Halo guys, assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam Bang Gian. Halo Kak Ahmad Raffi. Deskripsinya masih fokus joki. Iya, aku gabung sama Genshin Impact. Halo Cak Edi. Malam Kak Kapten. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Special program HSR. Oh tadi. Moderator mana kodenya? Belum Bang. Belum. Assalamualaikum Kak Nia. Waalaikumsalam Kak Shadow. Nonton dulu Ang. Waalaikumsalam Kak Nazaru. Waalaikumsalam Kak Alain. Suara aman buat sekarang ya. Oke guys, di sini kita nunggu 8 menitan ya. Mau aku bawa main kayaknya nanggung gak sih? Tapi di sini malah 2 menit lagi guys. Nugi scam emang apa coba? Halo Cak Edi, kenapa tuh marah-marah ya Allah? Halo Nugi. Buka The Chasm malam kemarin, sekarang sudah kelar. Sisa 20 cas yang belum kubuka. Wih, mantap. Adep tuh like enggak? Adep tuh nanti. Kan nanti aku live lagi. Joki spiral. Joki spiral nanti. Explore akunku Nia 10 menit malas. Halo kakak. Halo kak Ama Ubah. Thank you udah mampir. Aku nanti mau isi polling ini, nanya kalian gacha siapa. Soalnya ini kan masih sesi nobar ya. Ini di sini 50 detik loh. Di waktuku 6 menit. Wen ya, halo Kak Rais, gacha Ica. Gacha Ica. Kamu gacha Topaz, Auntie? Furina dong, game sebelah bang. Halo Kak, assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Halo Kak Nur. 50 detik terus nanti 5 menitnya kereta kayak dulu mungkin. Iya. Tapi kalau misalkan di Genshin gak kayak gitu guys, langsung dikasih trailernya. Jadi kalau misalkan kita telat itu tuh gak dikasih ampun. Jadi kalau misalkan di Genshin kalau telat ya masih ada di kereta kan. Halo Nur sayang, astaga. Belum ada tanda-tanda belum guys. Dia aku mau ajan Isah. Nah nih. Gacha apa kamu Kak? Aku lihat nanti deh. Sementara ini aku mau Ruan Mei sih. Gimana guys, suara aman kah guys? Assalamualaikum Uti, waalaikumsalam. Astaga, dapat PLE 8. Kalian red off ya, haha. Apa coba? Let's go Ruan Mei. Halo sobat. Guys, suara aman kah guys? Kita tes suara dulu. Suara ininya. Di aku ajan bentar guys, dulu ya. Bentar ya. Ten.
Kita sudah ada maksudnya enggak?
Halo Kamiku, Clara yang dinaikin apa dulu talentnya? Talent sih. Udah ngambek off. Apa tuh? Kenapa tuh? Alamak ngaret gaut anti. Enggak. Ini baru mulai. Cuma kalau HSR ada openingnya guys. Kalau di Genshin kan langsung trailer tuh. Uti, talent, skill, basic. Oke. Jangan peduliin bang, biarin. Astaga, kak please cekek. Aku mau dicekek sambil diangkat nyekeknya. Hah? Kenapa kamu suka kekerasan? Halo Kak Natasha. Selamat malam Kak Nur. Malam juga Kak Yuya. Disuruh emaknya makan. Enggak, dipanggil doang tadi, ditanya. Menunggu nih guys. Malam Bu Guru, malam Kak Senon, gimana kabarnya? Mana kode scam HSR belum mulai? Reknya level berapa? Aku sih 9 sih ya. 9 aja nanti. 9. Iya sih, level ininya trashnya 9. Kalau level charnya bisa 80. Oke, udah mulai guys. Guys, suara aman kan guys?
The finest
Udah,
hand-picked
paling tertinggi
well-tied
nih.
spring meets the chewiest brown sugar bobo on the block, bursting with L-carnitine, flavor,
Wih.
and health. Immortal's delight, the drink of diviners.
Oh, iklan boba, guys.
Newsflash. The IPC will soon
Ya
be dispatching
ampun.
representatives to multiple worlds. The effort is part
Di
of a
IPC
raft
tuh
of new
udah
measures to
merambah
encourage
ke
trade
dunia
and
nyata,
strengthen
guys.
friendship throughout the
Halo
cosmos.
Kania,
The Genius
telat
Society's
gabung. Halo
newest
Kak Naze,
masterpiece,
baru mulai
Simulated
kok.
Universe World
Soalnya aman
8,
buat
is
sekarang
about to go
collab sama
live.
boba.
Madam
Malah
Herta has
promosi
revealed that
boba.
the project is about to enter the
Bayar
launch phase.
hutangmu, Herta.
For further details, don't forget to tune in to our program's
Oh iya,
follow-up
nanti
reporting.
ada
Renowned
SU baru,
songstress
guys.
Robin has received an invitation to
Dunia
perform at
8.
Penacony's Charmony Festival.
Dan juga ada map baru Penacony. Nanti MC kita berubah jadi Harmony kalau seingat aku sih ya.
Halo? Halo?
Halo? Halo? Ya ampun. Kayak niat banget. Wah, ini suara
Recent
Hak
days,
Gowo.
the Xianzhou Luofu has reported an uptick in supernatural activity,
Nah, ini
with evil
map
spirits
baru
wreaking
di
havoc
Xianzhou
across
Luofu,
multiple
gak sih?
locations. The Ten Lords Commission has assured citizens that it is thoroughly
Suara
investigating
live-nya
all
kegedean.
incidents. This
FHSM.
program will be bringing
Oh,
you the
pasti kamu
latest
dari
as the
masa
story
depan ya, Bang.
unfolds.
Iya.
For more details, stay tuned for the upcoming Haunted
Ini
Xianzhou
gimana?
special program.
Beautiful creature.
Wah, ada
Bless
Argenti,
you for
guys.
choosing to dally here. Allow me to ask you,
Waifu gue
as a
muncul
fellow
akhirnya.
entity of the universe,
Ini habis
Are
Honkai
you
baru. Iya, betul.
acquainted
Kamu Kidi.
with the goddess Sidrilla?
Betul, betul. Adalah benar. Waduh, 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 waduh.
Another anomaly in this shining universe.
Kalau di SU ini ditunggu kedatangannya di event.
Since you do not understand the beauty, I will have to show you in a way that only a knight
Ya
can.
ampun, Jingyuan yang berwarna merah. Jingyuan merah.
Is eternal.
Argenti itu latang. Iya, ini habis Honkai. Iya, habis Honkai Genshin.
For the haunted place in the Luofu, follow and share. Or else I'm gonna... I think I just have to move.
Wah, seru. Kukira ini map baru
Yo,
di
what's
planet
up?
baru, ternyata
You're
ini masih
finally
Shenzhou.
here.
Luofu ya? Iya, ada hanya.
Should we start the ghost hunt now? Captain,
Huo-huo.
you can just call me Papa.
Ya ampun nih Loli. Assalamualaikum Kania. Waalaikumsalam Kak Cibai. Waifunya Argenti. Anjing di look. No respect sama King Yuan. Rambut merah. Baju ada merahnya. Pedang ngeluarin merah-merah. Ya betul, dia fisikal. Kau mirip Sukros. Iya mirip ya. Wah, kode baru guys. Ayo guys. Tanya Sukros. Halo mas-mas Genshin. Tim Fury kurang di PS. Tuh guys, mas-mas Genshin streamer juga ya. Halo mas-mas Genshin. Ayo moderator, ayo pin plus templatenya. Templatenya jangan lupa udah kuser di ini. Kalau nggak ada yang ngopi, aku yang ngopi. Tuh Jar, tunjukkan jarimu. Izin APK bentar. Mana? Kok jari mereka pada lambat? Halo, belum balik streaming, masih banyak acara. Oh, semangat. Yang mana bang? Di Blue Mode, di Blue Mode. Halo, halo. Halo juga Kak Esther.
Darkness falls across the delve as ghost fires dance. The clock
Aku
strikes
kirim di
12.
PM.
Well, whether or not your world has a midnight hour, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Inner Astral Peace
Soalnya
Media's
aku ada
Haunted
kasih
Xianzhou
template, guys.
special program. I'm your ghostly host
Bagus
with the
banget
most.
Arkon Quest. Jangan spoiler nanti. Oke,
For today's
mantap.
episode, we've invited 2 special guests. Together, we'll be
Thank you.
introducing you to the Cienjo's weirdest and most wonderful.
Hi
Biar
everyone!
orang nggak
I'm
ini.
the Galactic Baseballer!
Speaking of weird and wonderful,
Spesial program.
Hey guys, Grey Knife in here. It's
Bang.
an honor to be a guest on the 1.5 special program.
Bang, nanti cek PM ya bang. Templatonya kayak di PM.
Owlbert's Haunted Cienjo special program.
Huh? Owlbert, did you unlock a new
Wow, my
skin?
darling.
That's one way of
Pin.
naturally,
Udah
an anchor
kupin.
of my standing needs to have the best wardrobe department
Oke,
in town.
di sini ada karakter
Now,
baru
as
guys.
our audience
Yang
will
pertama
be
itu
well aware,
Wowo, yang
the
kedua itu
Cienjo
Hanya.
is
Seingat aku yang
constantly
Hanya
roaming the
itu
universe,
bintang 4
and the
guys.
universe is filled.
Tapi seingat aku dia harmoni
unknown.
juga kalau gak salah
It
ya.
should come as no surprise then
Nanti kita
that the
tunggu.
Law
Ini
Food
lagi
has
kayak
had its fair share
pengenalan
of
map
strange
ya. Di
encounters.
sini si
And
Albertnya
speaking
tuh
of
ngenalin
strange,
map.
the trailer we just
Ya,
witnessed
ibaratnya tuh
gave
keadaan
us a
mapnya tuh
sneak peek
gimana,
into a
hawanya
place of
gimana. Mystery.
evil, and ghost fire.
Halo Kania, halo
Fixtral
Kanika.
Garden.
Buka keyboard di
thought
HP.
Fixtral Garden was just
Kontennya
some
kepotong
old
sebagian,
abandoned
Jir.
place on the
Aneh YouTube.
Luofu. Why is
Oh,
it suddenly getting so much attention?
Allow me to
spesial
explain.
program.
A while back, the Artisanship Commission's
Bang,
creation furnace
spesial program
was shattered,
Genshin bang.
and the
Pukul
heliobi
ini.
trapped inside were able to
Pukul
escape.
19
Know where they
lewat
went to
10.
hide?
Genshin.
Yup.
Jadi
Fixtral
orang yang datang biar tahu
I
nanti jam
see.
berapa gitu.
Wait,
W4
what's a
Genshin
heliobi?
udah keluar belum?
People say that the
Belum bang.
heliobi are the
Belum
result of
mulai
accumulated
itu.
grievances. They can possess people, deceive the
Kan
senses,
sekarang HSR,
affect the
Bang.
soul, and usurp the flesh.
Kan udah mulai bang.
Those
Gak
possessed
perlu
exhibit
ngatain
bizarre
jamnya berapa
behavior
bang.
and restless thoughts.
Kan emang
It's
dipercepat
a
nih ya.
truly frightening
Gak bisa
spectacle.
But the creation
dipercepat.
furnace wasn't exactly fragile. How could it just break?
Rumor has it, the Artisanship Commission
Bang udah mulai
surveillance
bang, ngapain dikasih tahu
recorded a
jamnya bang.
gray-haired figure in dark clothing.
Oke, ini lagi
Gray
jelasin
hair,
ya kalau di
dark
mapnya itu
clothing. Did they have a
ada
baseball
hawa
bat?
horor.
Hey, don't pin this on
Tapi
me!
kayaknya nggak
The destruction of
horor-horor
the
ya,
creation
soalnya
furnace was a
horor
direct result
menurut
of the
aku tuh
Stellaron
nggak kayak
disaster.
gini.
Right, Albert?
Minimal ada poci. Bentar guys.
Tell us more
Ini
about
Kafka
Fictional
gak
Garden.
sih? Langsung
Fixtral
kampus.
Garden has always been overflowing with yin energy.
Tapi
and
ini
the
mapnya
garden
bagus
itself is
banget
littered
sih.
with suppression towers, stone monoliths, and
Wah,
ancient
mirip
trees.
Enkanomiya
It's creepy
ya
enough in the
dalam
day.
sini.
When the sun goes down, things get a
Enkanomiya
whole lot
ala
creepier.
Jepang.
The garden
Oh
is
iya.
layered and
Nah, kayak
deceptive.
Nugi.
It's easy to lose your bearings. Since the heliobi moved in, it's probably the
Nah, kayak
most
gitu, Bang.
dangerous place
Thank
on
you,
the
Nugi.
Luofu. Heliobi are experts when it comes to possession, and even the most experienced Wraith Wardens and Arumaton Spectral
Ketika Nugi
Envoys
lebih horor nih ya.
can
Mau
become
login
their
Genshin dulu
victims.
sebelum kode kedua.
You
Oke.
can't tell your friend from your enemy. Things
Horornya
tend to
kalau
go
Bang Gian
south
udah ngeluarin
fast.
jokesnya.
If all that
Bejir
wasn't
siapa
enough,
sangka.
they say that Mara-stricken
Nanti
members
kalau
of
ada
the
kode
Ten Lords
kedua kasih
Commission
ini aja, kasih
also wander the
penghalang
garden.
aja, garis lurus itu
Word
apa
of
sih?
advice?
Ya biasa lah.
Keep your wits
Kalau kalian
about
biasa
you.
nulis ini.
Sounds like great streaming material to me.
Nah,
I bet I
ini
can
ada
become the
Trailblaze
Cienjo's
baru
#1 streamer
juga ya guys ya. Tapi ini
What a you
misi
should
Trailblaze
To
lanjutan.
most people,
Harusnya
Fixtral
sih kalau
Garden
misalkan
was always a
misi Trailblaze
strange
yang
and desolate
utama ya,
place that rarely got
itu
much
kayaknya
attention.
lanjut ke
But
Penacony
now that
nggak sih?
stories are beginning to circulate,
Ini kayak lanjutan
the situation
ceritanya dia
has
aja
changed.
gitu. Ibaratnya tuh kayak sequel jatuhnya.
the Cienjo's
Contohnya
online
kayak si
forums have
Caribert
been filling
gitu
up
kalau
with
di
posts
Genshin ya.
describing supernatural phenomena in Fixtral Garden.
Izin makan, iya
Everything
bang.
from
Selamat
self-playing
makan. Lah
violins
interlude, iya
to the
interlude nih.
wailing cries of vengeful
Kalau misalkan di
ghosts.
Genshin itu tuh kayak
Unsurprisingly,
Caribert
Cienjo
gitu.
fans of the
Pokoknya
supernatural
bukan jalan
are loving
cerita
every
utamanya.
second.
Soalnya jalan
In
cerita
my
utama si
experience,
HSR
forums
ini
aren't exactly
udah
the
lanjut,
most reliable news
mau
sources.
lanjut ke Penacony.
Who cares if
Kayaknya
some of it's
Penacony
false?
nggak langsung
This is a hype train I can't afford to
touch
miss.
1.6 nggak sih?
What do you
Kayaknya
think?
1
Wanna
titik
start a
berapa
ghost
gitu.
hunting squad with me?
Kayak digantung banget
Fire-breathing,
gak sih?
quiet-band
Kukira
performances, headstands,
nanti
balancing acts, spear deflection,
patch
sword juggling, and
kedepannya bakal
boulder smashing
Penacony.
weren't enough, huh?
Kan ini aku mode radio,
Now
ini
you're an
lagi
expert in
acara
ghost
kader
hunting?
Patrai. Oh ya,
Who
iya
said
ya.
I was an expert?
Lanjutan dari
I
Topas
just
kemarin.
have a lot
Iya
of
betul. Semoga
transferable
banyak
skills. That's
stellar
all.
jedar.
Well, you better hope so.
Amin. Bang, ini 1.6 kan
The
ya?
brand new version 1.5 Trailblaze Continuance, a Foxian tale of the hunted. The ghost hunting squad will be
bentar. Nah,
responsible for
ini-
chasing down
Ini
Heliobi,
bukan
purging
Kafka deh
evil,
ini.
resolving crises,
Ini
and
si yang
protecting the
rambut pendek
Xianzhou.
itu loh.
A
Aku lupa.
Foxian tale of the hunted is divided into
Aduh,
5
siapa
chapters
ya?
and starts
Itu.
off with the
Aku
ghost
pernah
hunting
lihat,
squad
tapi bukan
facing an
Kafka ini,
unusual
guys.
danger and Sojourner's ghastly referee.
Kalau di story
Once this chapter is complete, the story continues to
Trailblaze-nya tuh
unfold
dia ada
with
muncul.
twins, Precipient,
Siapa
Sword
ya
Essence,
namanya?
and Foxian
Sueyi.
Dream.
Iya,
5
betul
chapters,
Sueyi.
huh?
Halo
We'll be
Kania, udah lama aku
topping
nggak
Xianzhou
mampir ke
internet
channel
searches in
suka
no
roasting
time.
akun sepuh dari
See?
Kania. Halo
I
Kak
knew we were on the same
Shina.
wavelength.
In addition to
Sueyi, iya
Trailblaze
Sueyi
Continuance,
5.
and
Iya
together
gacha
with
topas
Miss Grey
kan ada
Nightfall,
tambahan Nunggi.
Trailblazers will also
Itu
be
yang
facing
kecil.
fixtural garden dangers.
Ya,
both
stellarnya gak cukup.
Lawful urban
Sueyi,
legends and
Sueji. Ayo
ghost
di like supaya
hunting
kakaknya
squad
semangat
mission.
like-nya. Thank you Kak Ama Uba. Thank you ya Kak Ama Uba. Nah
And
itu
I
Sueyi,
almost forgot to
Satpam.
mention,
Halo Kania,
during the
halo
ghost hunting
Kalumir.
squad's fictional exploration,
Tuh guys,
Trailblazers can
Kalumir
jointly
streamer
manage
juga ya
with
guys
Knife
ya.
and Socials.
Halo Bang
Posting
Nugi, halo Pak
threads is
Lumer.
a
Halo
great way to
Pu,
create
halo
discussion among
Min.
Xianzhou
Thank you Min
netizens
udah mampir
and
Min.
fans of the supernatural.
Can't
Wow,
wait.
dan juga
We're
ada
gonna get the
muncul
whole
kayak
Xianzhou talking.
sejenis
Seriously, this is once in a lifetime
ensiklopedia
material.
gitu.
We gotta plug it for
Tapi
everything it's
khusus
got.
HSR.
I'm talking daily updates, community engagement, all that good stuff.
Kayak ibaratnya
Once
tuh
you get enough
gimana ya
momentum,
ini ya?
the fan base grows itself.
Social media
Bahan
stardom is
bacaan lagi
finally
nggak
on the
sih ini?
horizon.
Oh, you know, Miss
Oh
Gwen
ini
Ivan,
event.
there's always room for creative talents at the IPM. And
Dan
I don't want to
eventnya
know
kalian
anything,
dapat
but
ini guys.
I've introduced a lot of
B4
big
like
names in the
kita
company.
dapat
The
senjata
Albert
di sini
stamp of approval goes
di
a
event
long
of
way.
Auction Tale
Aw,
of the
thanks,
Haunted.
Albert. I'm afraid I'm too
Halo
invested in
Tante
this Xianzhou for now,
udah
though.
makan kak?
Good to
Alhamdulillah
know there's
udah.
an offer on
Kalau
the
Mir udah
table.
makan.
That's cool.
Ruan
I
Mei itu
get it.
support buat Jen
Here's
Liu.
my card if you ever want to go.
Ruan
Just
Mei.
give me a shout.
Gak
Deal.
tahu sih, gak
Now,
tahu.
where were we? Oh,
Kalau
socials.
Maple kayaknya pernah lihat
Increasing
game
your
ini,
account's
HSR
popularity level
ini.
allows you to
Terus
unlock
Yellow
more
Breaker
stories and
fase 1,
events.
Huo fase 2,
Your ghost
Genki
hunting
atau
skills
Riran
will
karakter
only
itu
improve
menurut
as you unlock
kusikannya.
more
Iya,
suppression
kita lihat
towers
nanti ya.
and take on new
Halo
challenges.
Volumir,
Not to
udah kak ini
mention,
lagi
by
makan
completing
puding,
limited time
makan.
missions,
Nah ini
Trailblazers can obtain the event like
baru guys,
hey,
ini
over
ada
here.
like con
What do you think, Guilings?
abundance.
Let's give it up for Guilings.
Jadi kayaknya ini kayak opsi bagus untuk kalian yang gacha
Still,
huo tapi
And
gak
I hope
punya
the
like
ghost hunting squad is up to the job.
signaturnya. Mungkin
Sounds like
bisa
we'll have
pakai
a lot on
lekon
our
yang
plate.
dari
Don't
event.
worry.
Biasanya sih
You might
begitu
just be
ya,
getting
lebih
a
cocok
helping
ke
hand from one of the
karakter yang
Xianzhou's
saat
most
itu sedang
formidable forces.
muncul bannernya.
10 Lords
Wah,
Commission.
thank you
They're
Kanaze.
the judges of the
Welcome
Mara
jadi
strike, the
nyantibis.
arbiters of
Itu
life
kan
and
biar
death. When
konsepnya
it
sama
comes to
kayak
warding
Genshin,
off
cara
evil
LC
and expelling the
ganti-gantian.
supernatural.
Iya,
Nobody
betul ya.
does it like the 10 Lords.
Welcome,
Despite their
welcome
reputation,
guys.
They're shrouded in a
Nah,
certain
jadi
amount
pokoknya,
of mystery.
Di event
The
ini
10
nanti kalian
lords are
bakal
getting
dapat
involved?
senjata juga
Just
guys
when
ya.
I thought our
Kemarin
stream
itu kita
couldn't get any
dapat ini gak sih
Well,
karakter ya?
before you get too
Jadi kayak
excited,
lanjut-lanjut
I'd
gitu
spend
guys,
some time
ganti-gantian
getting to
gitu.
know your
Nanti
assignee.
karakter, abis itu
The 10
LC.
Lords have dispatched a trainee
Welcome Bang
judge
jadi
to
member.
assist the ghost hunting squad in investigating the fixtural garden situation.
Trainee, huh?
Lama bener orang mau gacha,
As long as they're
sabar
confident in their
bang.
abilities.
Yang baru join itu cek
About that.
cek itu ya, pin komen. Oke, ini mulai trailernya. Jadi ini trailer si Huo karakter B5 baru ya guys ya, di patch terbaru ini. Namanya Huo. Jadi dia tuh tipe abundance gitu. Kayaknya dari dilihat kitnya dia ya, kayaknya tuh dia nge-heal tapi dia ngasih buffer kayaknya ya.
Following the path of abundance.
Elemental
Trainee
wind.
judge of the 10 Lords Commission.
Aku nggak tahu itu
Is her
Japanes
tail on fire? Those
voice
are the
aktornya
spookiest looking
siapa?
flames I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ada dua
Does
gak
being
sih?
on fire help with ghost hunting?
Japanese
What are you
voice
two whispering
aktornya
about?
masing-masing
Nothing.
Chinese.
Just
Oh
Beginning to
alah,
doubt her
Chinese,
credentials?
English,
How did
Korea,
this little
Japanese
girl
itu tuh
become a judge in
masing-masing
the
ada
first
dua
place?
ini guys,
Good
voice
question.
actor guys.
Wah
Jadi
is
kemungkinan kan tadi
essentially
kalian
a
bisa lihat
magnet
dia
for
ada
evil.
berubah jadi
Something
mode
that comes
kayak
in
hantu
super
gitu,
handy for the 10
kayak
Lords
mata
Commission.
kosong gitu.
They couldn't believe their
Itu
luck.
kemungkinan
sounds
beda suaranya.
qualified.
Of course.
Member Mimin
Talent comes
hilang,
in all
wah.
shapes and sizes.
Gak apa-apa
The key
Mimin nanti
is to
aja.
bring the best
Lama
out of
bener orang mau gacha yang
Still,
event
to
gratis
her,
B4 kemarin
what
masuknya
was
kayak
unique
kalau
skill
Genshin.
set
Iya
isn't
betul.
exactly a
Lantern mah
blessing.
iya, Lantern
People
right.
say
Kowo
she
punya
has
saya
the
guys,
worst
ingat.
luck on the
Tambah
CN
lagi Ming
always running
membernya.
into ghosts, tripping
Oh,
over thin
kesurupan
air,
mode Raja
you know the
Iblis.
deal.
Iya,
Well, if
kayak
I
lagi
spent my life
kesurupan
running
gitu.
into ghosts, I'd probably fall over a lot too.
I remember one of my Guilings had the same problem. Lucky for her, one of my sponsors sells this amazing remedy that can...
Jadi dia
And we're
kayak
getting
ketakutan gitu ya.
sidetracked. Anyway, I
Habis
only
itu
told
dia
you half the
kesurupan.
story. Bad luck,
Aku
evil
nunggu
attraction,
kitnya,
call it what you like.
penasaran.
It all started from a single
Ini karakter
unfortunate
pertama
event.
nggak sih
Oh,
yang
when Hua
punya
was a
dua
little
voice
younger,
actor?
her tail was possessed by a
Halo
monstrous
Meong,
long-lived species.
Kania, Joki,
Any
MOC,
guesses?
enggak.
Yep,
Itu
it was a heliobus.
deskripsi buat
That very
Genshin ya.
same day, the Ten Lords Commission decided to seal the monster in its hiding place and took Hua under their wing.
Wah, wah.
Ah, I get it.
Wah,
So
wah.
Huohuo is kind of like a 10
Udah
Lords
punya
guinea
Bayro
pig.
Link sama Locha bisa skip
I
nih
think
karakter.
Herda had a similar
Nanti
fate planned for me.
That
kita
may
lihat,
have been part.
soalnya ada
However, the Ten
kemungkinan
Lords
punya
realized
isu kalau
that
misalkan
Hua
dia itu
had
tuh
the ability to
ada
pacify the monster.
ngebuff
Naturally, anyone able to
karakter
wield the
gitu.
power of a
Agak lag ya.
heliobus was
Di
seen
aku
as a
enggak.
potential weapon of war.
Loli pasti
But
overpower
she's
lah
just
bos.
a
Ngingetin
baby.
Utau kalau lihat
How
Huhu.
could a
Iya.
scared little
Teman-temanku
foxy
ayo
and
di
girl
like
ever take
supaya
on the
kakaknya semangat
responsibilities
live.
of
Thank
the
you
10
Kak
Lords?
Mauba.
Oh, Hua
Thank
was
you.
well aware she just scared a cat. That's why she watches so many horror movies.
Ya ampun,
Train her
lucu
courage.
banget sih.
I
Ini
guess you
tuh
could
dia
call
bukan
that
loli
fighting
guys.
fear with fear.
Buffer kan?
You're all weak, y'all.
Abundance
That
tapi
actually
bisa
worked. I'd have joined
ngebuff.
the Stellar
Aku
Hunters
penasaran
already.
ngebuffnya apa.
Practicality aside, Huahua's willingness to confront her shortcomings is a true sign of professionalism. Not to mention, having spent more than a few years in the company of a heliobus, she's had to
Kodenya baru
develop
satu,
her
iya.
own tricks for banishing evil. Huahua's basic attack, Banner
Jadi ini
Stormcaller,
basic
can deal wind
attack-nya
damage to a single target.
Kind of looks like
ngasih
her tail
damage
is the
ke
one making the
single
decisions.
target ya.
When using her skill,
Kalau
Talisman
skillnya-
Protection, Huahua bravely brandishes her banner, restoring HP to a single ally and adjacent
Oh,
teams.
dia
Are you sure she's
nambahin
not trying to
ini
surrender?
HP bar
Huahua's
karakter yang ada di tim
Hail
kita.
spiritual domination can regenerate allies' energy and increase their attack.
Well,
Oh,
so that's what a
jadi
heliobus
ultinya
looks
itu
like.
baru nambah
No
attack.
wonder it took the 10 Lords
Nambah
Commission to
ngebuff
seal it
attack gitu.
away.
When under the influence of her tail,
Jadi
Huahua has a few
kesimpulannya
special
Huo ini
talents.
kalau
After using
misalkan
her skill, she receives
skill.
sacrifice life. Sacrifice life can grant allies a set amount of HP restoration at the beginning of their respective turns or when they use their
wah OP
ultimate.
banget.
Nice.
Jadi
Not
skill
bad for
E-nya
a
itu
trainee,
katanya tadi ya.
huh? This ghost
Pertama
hunting
dia tuh
squad's
ngasih
gonna
kayak
kick
tambahan
butt.
HP
That's not all.
dan juga kayak
Huahua's
nge-heal
technique
juga guys.
means impeachment
Satu
of
tim
evil,
tuh tadi ada
sends her
3
enemies
karakter
into
kan
a
kalian lihat
horror-struck
tadi yang
state
dia kasih
and
buffnya.
scatters them in all
Habis
directions.
itu
When attacking a horror-struck
tapi
enemy,
dia
there's a chance of reducing their
kayak
attack.
Oh, scaring
kayak
away your
ngorbanin HP dia gak
enemies.
sih?
Nice
Tadi
moves,
kalau nggak salah
Huahua.
denger ya.
Still not
Habis
getting
itu
judge
ultinya
vibes, though.
saat dia
Hey,
ulti
easy on the
itu tuh
training.
dia ngasih
Of
buff
course,
attack
when
ke
you're dealing
seluruh
with heliobus,
karakter yang
the
ada
more
di tim saat
judges,
itu
the
guys.
better. That's
Attack,
why the 10
nambah
Lords
attack ya.
appointed
Jadi
a
ibaratnya
seasoned
itu dia
veteran
ngasih
to bring up the
heal
rear.
bersamaan
I'm
dia
talking
juga ngasih
about
buff
none
juga
other
guys.
than
Ini
Hanya.
abundance terbaru yang bisa ngebuff. Kalau kalian nanya worth it atau enggaknya buat ambil, menurutku worth it. Kalau lagi saya kalah. Buffer Huahua, kodenya baru 1 iya, ketutupan facecam. Hah? Nah,
Hanya is a netherworld judge
hanya
of the 10
harmoni,
Lords
dia
Commission.
fisikal
She's
ya.
a physical type character, following the path of
Ketutupan ya?
harmony.
Bentar,
Ah, I remember that face.
aku ke bawah deh.
I saw her on the Return to Darkness light cone.
Correctamundo. Rumor has it, she's one of 2 sisters dedicated to the work of the 10 Lords. She's responsible for predicting karmic offenses and recording corresponding judgments. Or to be more precise, Hanya reads the karmic sins of criminals and uses her
Facecam
oracle
atasin
brush
dikit,
to
facecamnya pindah ke
record their
bawah. Ini udah ke bawah.
punishments. She's good at her
Udah
job
dibilang
and takes
Loli
it
itu
super
LP.
seriously.
Ngeri amat one shot
In the 10
serigala
Lords
basic
Commission,
attack-nya.
her reputation
contoh itu.
precedes her.
Sounds like a 10
Udah ya?
Lord celebrity.
Aman kan ya?
She's put in the hours, that's for sure. In order to determine their sins,
Ya ampun,
Hanya
kayak
reads the
Senhe.
memories of the Mara struck in the
Iklanku
form of
HSM sama
dreams.
Rise Kingdom, apakah mereka akan...
Sounds like our ghost
Wow.
hunting squad just found its guiding light.
Aku nggak tahu gamenya
No
Rise
offense,
Kingdom.
Squahua, but those sound like credentials.
Jadi ini harmoni
enough with the Hua-Hua bullying.
ngebuff ya guys ya.
But speaking of
Bintang
credentials,
4,
it's time to
physical.
see what Hanya can do on the battlefield. During her basic attack, Hanya uses her Oracle Brush to assault the enemy, dealing physical damage to a single target.
Jadi kalau
She really lives
basic
by
attack-nya
the
itu dia
pen is
nyerang
mightier than the
satu
sword,
enemy,
huh?
elemen fisikal ya.
I'll get my coat.
In addition to dealing physical damage to a single target, Hanya's skill, Samsara Lot, can inflict them with a burdened state.
Ooh, is that Hanya's way of marking enemies prior to sentencing?
Pretty much. Allies inflict increased damage on enemies marked with burden. And if that wasn't enough, after an ally launches a set amount of attacks on an enemy marked with burden, they recover a skill point.
When the going gets tough,
Jadi gini,
Hanya's got your back.
skill E-nya si
Hanya's
Hanya ini,
ultimate, Ten Lords Decree.
kalau misalkan
all
dia
shall
melancarkan
obey,
skill
can
E,
increase speed and
nanti bentar,
attack
aku
for a
sekalian
single
mau
ally.
nyimak
When
ultimate-nya
Hanya
dia.
uses her technique during exploration, she immediately launches an attack and inflicts burden on a random enemy.
When the enemy won't budge, call in the judge.
Jadi kalau
All that
misalkan
aside,
skill E-nya si
in version
Hanya ini, dia tuh
1.5,
kayak
the new
ngasih
Stack and
efek
Shadow
burning
Secret
ke
Perdition
musuh
will
yang
appear
kena
within the
efeknya.
Pixel Garden
Nah,
map
nanti
on the
kalau karakter
Sinenjo
kita
Lapu.
yang selanjutnya
Complete the
itu nyerang
challenge
ke
to
karakter
obtain
yang
new
ada efek
physical ascension
burning dari si
materials.
Hanya itu,
Within the same
maka
map,
akan
we'll
nambah
also be
skill
welcoming
point-nya.
Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Darkness. Complete the
Walaupun udah
challenge
pakai
to
skill
obtain
point.
two
Contoh,
brand new
pakai dan
cavern
hang nih ya
relics.
setelah
Prisoner in
skill
deep
E-nya si
confinement
Hanya.
and
Sisa 4
Grand
skill
Duke
point tuh.
incinerated to ashes.
Kepake 3 tuh. Tuh nambah lagi.
Well,
Jadi
that
2
just about brings
gitu.
us to the final
Nambahnya
sections
1
of
guys.
our Haunted
Wah, Mami
Cienjo
Hanya mau
special
gacha lanjut
program.
akun ngebantu.
Already? This program isn't nearly haunted enough for my
skill
liking.
point stang.
Where
Skillnya
are all the
ngasih
ghost
mark.
stories?
Ali
You
nyerang
know,
yang ada mark.
beautiful
Iya betul.
foxy and spirits
Let's go,
knocking on
new
your
relic.
door at midnight. That kind of thing.
I think
Oh ya,
you're
tadi ada
thinking
relic
of
juga,
a
relic baru.
different program.
Moving swiftly on to some exciting updates. Thanks again for watching, y'all, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the following commercials. Hey, you there! Sick and tired of the daily grind? Had enough of running errands?
Kode yang
Do you
kedua.
long for rapturous applause and cheering voices? How
Kode
about
yang
increased
kedua.
self-confidence and a sense of pride? Then do we have an opportunity for you? The Boulder Town Martial Exhibition is now open
Oke,
for
ada
registration.
event
Put
tinju-tinjuan
yourself to the
lagi, guys.
test by challenging the best.
Tapi
This
kita dapat
event
buff
will once
juga.
again be hosted by Scott Business Alliance.
Mantap.
Scott Business Alliance, made for the champions. In order to
Skill
bring our
hanya
audience a
plus
brand new
blessing
experience,
abundance
this event will be
yang
adopting a
blessing
simultaneous
plus
exhibition
lokal
format.
kasih skill
Your
luber-luber.
fists
Iya,
prove your worth.
betul banget.
Enter I am the ultimate fighter to register your name. Could you be Boulder Town's new fighting star? A stellar Shadow Seeker recruitment announcement. March 7th, member of the Nameless
Even
has put out a
boxing
cordial
comeback
invitation
dia.
for anyone able to restore her photographs to the way she remembers them. The images in question were inexplicably damaged. I lost all kinds of cool pictures.
Ultinya hanya buat
Beautiful
apaan?
scenery,
Ya itu,
strange
gak tahu
encounters,
tadi.
you
Skip.
name it. There's a big reward for anyone that
Tapi
can
kayak
help me
nggak
restore
ada
the images.
penjelasan panjangnya gitu loh.
Actions speak louder than words.
Oke, ini
Miss
event
March's
juga
memories
Stellar
are in
Shadow
your
Seeker.
hands.
Jadi kita kayak ngejar
Madam
bayangan
Herda
gitu.
of the
Dan
Genius Society
juga ada
is about to
SU
launch
baru ya.
unlimited beta testing for the newly
WL8.
developed Simulated Universe World 8. Participants will have their costs covered and progress saved for future iterations. In order
Bosnya
to
itu Yanking.
participate in this offline confidential beta test, please head to the most mysterious place in the universe.
Jadi ada planar baru
Herda's
juga guys.
office. Test participants will be rewarded with a brand new Pentagony Land of the Dreams and Firmament Frontline Glamoth Planar Ornaments. What are you waiting for? Get testing! Good news! The Planar Fisher and Garden of Plenty events are about to begin.
Oh,
It's the version
jadi
you
ntar
know and
juga
love.
ada
Let the
event
computer do
planar
the hard
sama
work for 3 minutes and get your hands
apa
on
ya?
double
Garden of
rewards
Plenty.
together
Itu tuh
with Argenti.
yang buat race
One
gak
must
sih? Itu
explore
bakal
the
reward
essence of
double
beauty
juga guys.
to appreciate the depth of chivalry. Yes, it is I, your beloved avian servant. Welcome to Interastral Peace Media's second special program,
Golden
Legend
Crimson
of Cosmic Beauty.
Special
In today's
Genshin udah mulai
program,
tuh.
we will be introducing a new friend of the
Udah
universe.
mulai,
How's
seriusan.
my favorite audience doing? Great to see you. We've hardly been gone, and Albert here's already had another wardrobe change.
Perhaps you didn't get the memo. But we're about to be discussing a night of impeccable elegance. It's
Mana
time to get
belum?
fancy.
Belum
So,
gak sih?
without further ado, allow me to
Soalnya
introduce a member
19
of
lewat
the Knights of
10
Beauty.
kan di kalian.
Argenti!
Udah mulai kah guys? Cek dong moderator. Bukannya 1910 gak sih? Aduh,
Argenti
scene-nya
is a physical
ini.
type character following the path of
Scene-nya
erudition.
Raiden
As a
ngebasmi
devoted
si
admirer
Nora.
of a drill of the beauty,
Belum bang, Oji
Argenti
Koto
spends his
aja
life
baru mulai
roaming the
stream.
universe and
Iya
extolling
kan,
their
belum
name.
kan? Nih, nah
So the
ini guys,
simulated universe occurrences
masih offline.
Curio, Robe of the Beauty, and Knights of Beauty to the rescue. They're
Nah,
obviously
ini
related
masih
to the
offline.
Knights, right? Running
Tenang.
into the Knights of Beauty while testing the simulated universe is always a blessing. Those guys are a lifeline in a
Jadi
tight
ntar
spot.
B5-nya itu
Especially when I
ada
can't get enough
Argenti gak
tapas.
sih guys?
Treating people with courtesy, helping others as a
Belum,
matter of
19.10
principle,
kok
and
dijadwal aja.
offering
Oke,
sincere
siap. Oke.
praise to
Kalau
all
masih sama
things in the
jamnya
universe.
8.10
Such
UTC
is the code of conduct
jam
that Argenti lives
7.10.
by.
Oke.
In the simulated universe, not every
Jadi
helping
dia
hand is
erudition ya.
benevolent.
Bagusnya itu kalau
The those
erudition
provided by the
itu
Knights
kayak
are beyond
kena
question.
semua
May the
ini,
names of Argenti and the beauty
kena
be
semua
blessed for all eternity.
musuh gitu.
Speaking of which, Albert,
Argenti siapanya Meg?
what was that planar
Bang,
fissure and Garden of Plenty
SW mana
commercial
SW?
all about?
SW belum.
Argenti magnanimously answered our call. Agreed to appear in our commercial as a corporate
Nih
ambassador.
aku bingung
And I nearly
apakah ntar
forgot
ada
our end
3
of the
banner
bargain.
lagi. Satunya Riran, si
The
SW.
IPM acknowledges that Adrilla the Beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Ini kalau
Albert,
misalkan
what did you
di
get yourself into
event ya,
now?
event SU
Just a little
di bagian
two-way
eventnya
backstep.
kan ada pertempuran
okay.
tuh, ada event juga,
10 TMI.
zona event.
But I
Ini
still
kalau
don't
misalkan
really
dapet yang
understand the concept
Argentine
of the
ini
beauty.
bagus banget buffnya.
Allow me to explain. Adrilla's beauty permeates everything. Take Argenti for
Desainnya
example. From his daily armor cleaning routine
Bang, aku
to
tadi
his
disuruh
constant
coblos
race.
bang sama
All of it stems from
partai
his
hijau.
pursuit of the beauty.
Tentukan pilihan sendiri
Elegance
bang.
is Argenti's
Jangan mau
middle
disuruh-suruh.
name and even manifests itself in his combat. Argenti's basic attack,
Oke, ini
Fleeting
basic
Fragrance,
attack-nya.
can deal physical damage to a single target. His skill, Justice
Jadi
hereby
basic
blooms,
attack-nya itu
can
cuma
deal
nyerang
physical
musuh, tapi
damage
untuk
to
skillnya
all
dia
enemies.
Nice.
nyerang
Man,
ke
I wish I
semua
looked that
enemy ya
elegant in
guys ya.
combat.
Apakah
Argenti's
damage-nya kayak
ultimate
sama-sama
is
kayak
pretty
Jinyuan
unique,
juga ya?
triggering different effects depending on the amount of energy consumed. Such
Nah,
is
ini
the manifold
ultinya-
beauty of Adrilla.
Ultinya juga
For
bakal
consuming a small
mengenai
amount of energy,
semua
Argenti's ultimate,
musuh.
for in this garden
ini-
supreme beauty bestows, can deal damage to all enemies.
Kayak
consuming
scene
all
Raiden ngebasmi
Argenti's
si Nora
ultimate
guys.
becomes merit
Seriusan.
bestowed and my
Iya bang,
garden,
ngeluarin akar.
which
Kalau
deals
Mimin
greater
pilih yang
damage.
bisa kasih
It also inflicts
crystal
additional
fate paling
damage
banyak.
on a random
Nah,
target.
iya gak sih kayak si
Wait, so you can
Raiden
choose how much energy to
ngelarin
release?
si
That's
Nora.
not all. Argenti's talent, Sublime Object, can
Untuk
allow
talentnya.
Argenti to regenerate additional energy and obtain a stack of self-cultivation. Self-cultivation can increase Argenti's crit rate.
Oh, so the more self-cultivation, the fiercer his attacks. Or to put it another way, Argenti needs to attack as many enemies as possible. The greater the number of enemies,
Oh,
the
jadi
faster
dia
his energy
juga punya
regeneration. And
stack-nya
the
juga
stronger
guys.
his
Jadi kalau
combat.
misalkan stack-nya udah
Exactly.
penuh,
Stronger
itu
combat,
bakal
faster energy
nambah
regeneration,
damage-nya
more
aja sih.
enemies to attack.
Kalau Mimin
Argenti
coba
giving erudition
coblos Jongli
vibes.
Raiden.
I'm here
Mantap.
for it.
Itu pada bilang mirip karakter
Manifesto of purest
di
virtue,
HI.
can
Iya
daze
kah?
enemies
Mirip
within a
HI
set range.
3 kah?
Dazed enemies are unable to launch attacks. Attacking
Wah.
a dazed enemy to enter combat
Itu si
not only
Argenti
deals
kalau
damage
misalkan
to all
nge-skill
enemies, but
di luar
also regenerates Argenti's
battle itu
energy.
tuh bakal
Argenti
ngestopin
is kinda
musuh
handsome.
gitu guys.
I'm feeling a little dazed myself.
They say looks can kill. That's true.
Nah,
that
ini
our
juga
Genji
ada
fans
misi
are in for a
story-nya
fatal
si
surprise in version 1.5.
Argenti ya.
In Night of
Ultinya.
Universal
Oh,
Hallucinations,
ultinya
Trailblazers
Himiko.
will encounter Argenti en route to a Washtopia.
Jadi
Wait a
ada
second.
dua ya guys ya.
Wash a what now? I shower every day.
Pertama tadi
Slow
Belimanya
down there,
Huo, yang kedua
Trailblazer.
itu
Have you
Argenti.
never asked
Kan
yourself,
kebanyakan HSR
how
dari
the
H3
Astral
bang.
Express
Musuh-musuh
stays so
HSR yang
clean
di
and
jalan
shiny?
itu mirip-mirip Helikur kakak.
Pom-Pom's always cleaning up after us?
It's
Enggak
because
sih.
the train stops at
Ada yang mirip, ada yang
Washtopias
enggak. Tapi
along
menurut
its
aku banyak yang
journey.
enggak sih Min. Udah mulai
Washtopias
Genshin sekarang.
specialize in cleaning interstellar craft. You know, there are all kinds of
Oh iya,
fast-acting,
udah, guys.
lemon-scented, antibacterial... We're getting off topic! All you need to know is that the encounter with Argenti is one of excitement and wonder. And a little bird tells me
Tapi
he's
masih
set
ini,
for a
masih
showdown with the entire
belum
crew.
ininya enggak sih? Mulai.
I don't
Bentar.
get it.
Masih
Why are we always
opening.
either in a fight or on the way to one?
Kita
A
nunggu
fight,
ini
you
enggak sih?
say?
Nah
Far too
guys,
poor to
tulisannya the
tell. What
program
you
will
meant to say
begin
was,
begin
a chivalrous
in
display of
8 menit.
gentlemanly fortitude.
Santai ya guys ya, santai. Gak
Argenti
mungkin ini
only
dua
challenges those
game yang
who
sama
deeply
ibunya bakal
respects.
bentrok.
Ah,
Ini kayaknya
you mean
bakal
that the
sebentar lagi.
illustrious galactic baseballers
Jangan lupa minum nih ya,
reputation doth
thank you.
precede one?
Oh,
Masih 10
sure.
menit kocak kondang.
Anyway, with the
Dibilang
drummer's
19,
blessing,
iya,
let's move straight
19.10
on to the
sebenarnya.
version 1.5
Nunggu HSR
Warp
selesai
Effects.
apa langsung?
Finally!
Bang, belum selesai
First off,
itu
during the first
Genshinnya.
phase of version
Belum mulai.
1.5 in the character
Nah,
event war, Blue
sabar
and
sabar.
Green,
Ini kalau
Trailblazers can
udah mulai
obtain the
langsung
limited
ini guys,
5-star
langsung bersuara
character
soalnya.
Yours,
Nih kalian
my
lihat aja,
favorite
programnya
scaredy cat
akan mulai
trading
dalam
judge.
waktu.
During the second phase of version 1.5, we'll be welcoming two
Iya bang,
character
iya.
event
Gak mungkin
wars
Naomi Hayo
in
bikin jadwal
Thorns of
bentrok.
Scented Crown.
Tapi
Trailblazers
pernah
can
gak sih
obtain the
kalian
limited
kalau
5-star
selama main
character
game
Argenti.
Mihoyo ini tuh
Our knight in
kayak
shining
ada
armor.
lebih 3 live streaming
Meanwhile,
gitu.
in Contract Zero, the familiar face of Silver Wolf will be joining the war. Not to mention the 4-star character Hanya, who will be appearing in both the aforementioned second phase character event war.
SW.
Ah, long
Nah itu
time no see,
SW.
Silverwolf.
Nah nih, jadi karakter
I
Irannya
wonder if
ada
her
si
game
ini ya,
account's doing any
Argenti.
You want to ask her the next time you see her?
Sama
You
si SW, karakter Irannya.
first. Now, it's
Betul kan
time to take a
tebakanku,
look
kenapa
at
gak
version
dijadiin satu banner itu
1.5's
Argenti
light
wow.
cone. In
Enggak,
the first phase of version
Beda,
1.5,
beda kok.
the drop rate
Betul.
for the 5-star light cone, Night
gak pernah
of
sih
Fright,
3 live
will
stream,
be
kalaupun
boosted.
ada mereka
While in
udah
the second phase
jadwal.
of version 1.5,
Gak bareng
the
harusnya.
5-star light cone and instance
Enaknya di
before
sini
game
tuh guys,
will enter the
mereka
light cone
tuh
event war.
banner
At the
weaponnya
same
gak
time,
digabung.
The drop rate for the 5-star
Kalau
light
di
cone
game
and Session
Genshin
Rain
itu
will be
digabung.
boosted.
All aboard!
Info banner,
The
Argenti,
train is
Huo,
about to make
Silver
the
Wolf.
jump. And here's some other cool stuff. Starting from 1.5 within the team selection and character ascension screens, every character will have brand new voice
This is a
lines.
different kind of arena.
Oh jadi kalau misalkan dia masuk tim kom kayak gitu tuh karakter bakal ini, bakal ada suaranya.
So cute.
Let's go bareng Hanya.
Wait,
Hanya
if a
SW-nya.
character's
Jangan
already
lupa like
fully
live stream kan ya guys, biar
can
yang
we
nongol
still
di
hear that
belakang.
line?
Thank
We got you
you.
covered. All
Mihoyo
audio lines
nge-milking
get
player
saved in the
Genshin
index.
terus.
You can listen
Dia
back
kan mirip
at
Zhongli
any
ya
time.
kak, cuma
Here's something
putihnya
else.
kagak ada
In
damage-nya
version
kecuali
1.5
iya.
will also
Betul.
be seen
Kalau
a
Zhongli kan di
guest
skill
book
E.
feature update. If Trailblazers are ever curious to check which friends have
Las
visited the
nih,
Express,
kode
the
las.
guest book has a record and message
Kode
from
las.
each visit.
Kita menunggu kode
Such a
las.
neat idea.
Additionally, the Forgotten Hall will also be receiving updates in 1.5. First up, in Forgotten Hall Combat, Trailblazers can now choose to re-challenge.
Re-challenge?
It's like this. If things aren't going too smooth
Oh jadi
when challenging
kalau
a certain
kalian interaksi
stage,
sama yang si gadget yang
can
ada di
choose
atas
to
meja
return
tadi
to
tuh,
the Forgotten
kalian
Hall
bakal
map and
berinteraksi.
restart the challenge. When re-challenging, previously used technique points
MOC-nya
are
di situ
replaced.
sekarang.
A chance to replan your maze technique strategy,
enggak sih?
perhaps. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, stopping and restarting a challenge in the second
Kan
half of a
mulainya lebih susah
stage
ini.
doesn't mean
Iya,
you have to
betul.
redo the first half.
Whew,
Si
that is a
Gwyn
relief.
katanya
And
B5.
when entering the Forgotten Hall,
Nah, nggak tahu.
your combat
Nanti kita
lineup
lihat
for
ya.
each stage
Wow,
is now
B5.
remembered. Regardless of whether you
Moderator
met with victory
buru di
or
share
defeat,
DC.
your previous lineup will be waiting for you on the preparation screen.
Ada
No
restartnya.
need for manual selection.
Now that's my kind of update.
Ada kayaknya.
Can't wait for Trailblazers to give it all a
ampun.
spin. The Forgotten Hall is an important system within the game.
Astaga, Legend
Updates will
of
continue to be
Cosmic
rolled out, so stay
Beauty.
tuned for future
Tujar
versions.
Kanjeng HSR
Well,
turutin jar.
looks like
Kak,
it's
kalau
time
kita
for our
klik
final
emoticon
redemption
apakah?
code. See you
Tania
on the other
kelihatan.
side, Trailblazers.
Iya, kelihatan. Las guys, las, ayo guys. Buru, kita langsung lanjut ke Genshin nih. Ditunggu moderator. Pokoknya kita tunggu aja sampai dapat ketiga kode bansos, habis itu kita meluncur. Males amat sama Paleo Javanicus. Wow. Oke. Kaget sama suaranya aku. Jir, habis kode penutupan dibuang. Buset. Enggak, ya. Gak apa-apa. Kan udah selesai
Hey
nih.
folks, I'm back.
Me
Tinggal
too.
cek
Me
Discord,
three.
berarti kita
Good
pencet-pencet
to see
itu
you
ngaruh.
again,
Kayaknya
Trailblazer.
ngaruh sih ya.
You're just in time to help us wrap up
Apa
version
pula
1.5
Cedi?
special
Gak ada area.
program.
Oh, is it
Ada
that time
area
already?
baru
I was
Karoshit.
just getting started.
Di
Be my
bagian
guest,
Shinzo
Trailblazer. This owl's
Lofu
ready
juga
to flap.
masih. Map
Aren't you forgetting something,
baru.
Albert? I'm pretty sure you didn't
Domo
mention
Dame.
the
Apa
thing.
Paleo Javanicus?
The thing.
Apa coba? Pasti ini satu
that
orang
thing. Winky, winky.
Gift of Odyssey.
dapat
How could
lagi
I
guys,
forget?
dapat dia
In
login
version
lagi.
1.5, Trailblazers can get their hands on 10 warps through the check-in event.
There it is.
Heck yeah!
Gotta love a check-in event.
3 menit lagi
And that's not
guys.
the only thing to
3
love in
menit lagi
version
nih.
1.5. Anything in today's IPM programs tickle your fancy, guys?
You had me at Ghost Hunting Squad.
Shinzo
I
Lofu.
am so ready for a
Lofu.
spooky stream.
Sign me
Lofu.
up! As for me, it was all about those unique characters. Huohuo's tail backstory.
Oke guys,
Hanya's
sampai di sini aja deh. Kayaknya bentar guys, aku mau edit sebentar karena kita mau switch ke ke Genshin. Bentar ya, kita pindah ke Genshin guys. Oke, udah. Gasken. Oke guys, gasken ya. Ini nunggu 1 menit. Ya dong, gini dong. Mihoyo kasih hitung countdown biar tahu, gak kayak dulu-dulu langsung trailer. Coblos Furina, ketik terus kan iya. Epic moment for us. Kembung bansos. Kan emang tiket gratis cuma dari login tiap awal patch, gak kayak Genshin dari explore semua iya. Tapi sebenarnya lebih banyak dari explore sih. Moga bansos 600 gitu. Kak, sekali-sekali coba full face cam kak. Kalau pas, aduh malu. Aduh aku malu. Furina, I'm coming tapi red off. Amin, dapet min. Aduh guys, 20 detik lagi guys. Siap-siap ya.
Though it appears that you've managed to win over part of the crowd, some of your testimony doesn't add up. You can be rest assured that I,
Yang HSR udah
Farina,
kelar,
the
udah.
god of justice, will get to the bottom of this matter. No detail shall escape me. Yes,
Suara
that
aman
sounds
kah guys?
perfect. A god must be firm.
Arkon
God
badut.
must not allow any detail to slip through the cracks. My dear citizens, just as the will of a god remains
Pidato,
opaque
guys.
to the understanding
Berotak
of mere
Furina
mortals,
sedang
so
pidato.
too is
Absen
truth
bang, ketinggalan
unmoved by even the
LS
strongest
HSR.
of wills.
Tuh bang,
I will now
Pin
speak to
komen.
the defendant.
ping
If you
live chat,
honor
cek.
the values of truth, justice, and
Untung nggak
divinity,
telat
then you
datangnya
are
lo bang
compelled to
Riker.
provide an accurate account
Kak
of your
kasih subtitle.
actions.
Oh ini kalian mau dengar artinya?
That's not bad.
Halo
What's
wargaku. Aku
It's so
adalah
hard to predict how people
Arkon
are going to
Justice
react.
di
What
Fontaine.
should I say
Ya
during
ampun.
the trial tomorrow?
Lady Farina, what are you doing?
Apa yang kamu lakukan? Ya ampun. Ternyata dari tadi dia
As
tuh
the god
ngarang
of
acting
justice,
di atas
it
itu
is
guys.
only expected that I
Terus
should
kata
remain
si
informed of
Newbert,
every trial
Antum
and make the
ngapain, Bang?
necessary
Gitu.
preparations.
Arkon SMP
Is there
skip Furina.
something
Wah
not
sayang
needed?
sekali.
If you wish to seek an
Infokan
audience
yang nggak
with me,
gacha
then
Furina
please make an
mau nyari
appointment with Sir
materialnya.
Intendant Chevalmeron in
Nah
advance.
tuh Bang Dennis tuh. Oke Furina
According to the
ditunggu.
judgment of the Oratrice Mechanique d'Analyse
Waduh
Cardinal,
Bang.
the
Bang air
Hydro
mata.
Archon to be punished
Bang
via
air mata.
death sentence.
Air mata. Astaga. Ih merinding. Kenapa?
You and I
Bang?
both know that there may be
Kenapa?
issues with the primordial sea.
Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared.
Mau banjir guys.
Shouldn't
Fontaine mau
gods be
banjir.
all-powerful?
What's done is done. Just trust in me.
Katanya itu
Your
tadi
archon.
kata-katanya itu tuh water
Never
level,
mind whether you
level
can truly
airnya tuh udah
convince
naik
yourself to
guys.
or not.
Oke, yang paling penting di banner 4.2 ada Furina guys.
The show begins. Ah,
Wow,
shower me with praise.
Oppo ini game Genshin.
Let my name echo in song. What's
Terus
next?
ada Carlot juga guys. B4-nya. Katalis ya dia.
Say cheese. Breaking news.
I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any
Navia,
water that looks
guys.
strange all the same.
Kaget.
There's something ominous about it. Oh, the water.
Navia jatuh. Navia jatuh guys.
prophecy.
Itu air promedial.
What has been prophesied will be fulfilled. I, Farina,
Oke, ini
will
bos
use this trial to
WL
show the
di
world
ini
the true
di
meaning
4.2 ya.
of justice.
Setel Jepang nih kayaknya enak gitu, mirip Milo gerakannya. Tuh lihat gamenya di mana Twitch.
never been as
Biasa
superficial
los
as you have
Ahoy
presented
punya
yourself
sobat
to
Kapten
be.
Navia.
Why should
Oke,
we
ini ada
acknowledge it?
perdebatan guys. Soalnya Fontaine udah menggenang ya guys ya. Banjirnya tuh udah naik guys.
Applaud and rejoice.
We're just a moment.
This isn't right!
The trial of the Hydro Archon.
Seem to remember
the floor will now
This trial is...
begin.
I now
Aduh, yang
understand the true
ornamen yang itu
purpose
tuh
behind
rusak
this
guys.
position.
Wih, epic banget sih ini. Ya
You
ampun.
are a devious one,
Oh,
Fuslo.
Tartalia balik lagi.
Everyone's dead. Papa, what should I do?
Ini bos weekly baru guys, weekly baru nih.
be in full swing.
Aduh, mantap sekali. Kak, udah ada kode bansos pertama belum? Belum.
I
Itu yang
suppose this would
HSR
also
tuh,
be the
yang ada di
justice
pin
that
komen itu
belongs to
HSR.
you.
Epic
All
banget cuy.
will eventually end in a magnificent and
Aduh, udah
dramatic
menggenang
trial.
guys.
Farewell,
Konten udah
I hope you've
udah
enjoyed the
tergenang
part
air.
you played these 500 years.
Aduh, ayo. Redeem kode. Bang, gimana nasibnya? Itu udah kegenang, Bang. Gimana ya itu ya? Lah nih ya gak lihat skip. Iya ada tadi. Gurunya Cilde. Kehalangan facecam, Bang. Oh iya, mantap. Tadi tuh gak di sini loh. Ntar. Giliran di Genshin sebelah kiri ya. Dah tuh. Thank you. Walah itu HSR. Iya, yang di pin komen itu HSR. Belum diganti Genshin. FC-nya tertutup. Tenang, Furina bisa jalan di air. Tidak tenggelam. Nggak tuh. Kak, terhalang. Udah. Ayo guys.
Hey
udah.
travelers!
Nah,
Welcome to the Genshin
okay.
Impact version 4.2 special program. Woo! Yay! I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of the female traveler Lumine, and I'm joined today by two guests to bring you the latest news for the upcoming version. Okay, why don't you introduce yourselves?
All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll start. Hey everyone, I'm Amberly Connors, the voice of
Kurang
Farina,
lengkap.
and
Hah?
I am
Apa?
super excited to be on this special program today.
Kurang lengkap gimana?
Travelers already met the Hydro Archon at the start
Oh,
of their
kalau
journey in
yang kode
Fontaine.
redeem
And
Genshin
as the
nggak
story
perlu gitu gak sih? Yang
how will
template
the
itu.
special god avert the crisis foretold in the prophecy?
Ini penyambutan ya
I
guys
hope
ya.
everyone's excited to see what happens next.
I mean, I
Aku
sure am.
penasaran banget. 4.2
I'm at the edge
gimana
of my seat.
nantinya?
My name is
Baterai
Ray
tidak
Chase, and I'm the
bersahabat,
voice of
konten
Novelet,
sama
the
kayak
dragon
Jakarta.
sovereign
Aduh,
of water and
gak
Udex
bahaya
of
tah.
Fontaine. I'm sure many of you already consider Novelet a very trustworthy partner, and I hope you look forward to seeing more of him in version 4.2.
Yes, for
Gak
sure.
tadi
Totally.
konten
Yep.
sama.
Okay,
Kemana
so
pemilik
next,
developernya?
let's dive into the
Biasanya
major content that we
berbicara
have coming in
langsung.
version 4.2.
Nah, gak tahu
In the
guys.
intro, Farina said we
Delay.
need to make an
Oh.
appointment with Surintendant Cheval Moran. So, she's really busy as Fontaine's Archon, and she's a pretty big celebrity at the Opera House. So, the special program team gave me an itinerary to follow, and it appears to show all of Farina's recent plans.
Farina's recent
Jadi
plans, let me
ini
guess, she's going to be going to
Sebenarnya
trial,
si
and then
Furina
another trial,
dia
and
tuh
then another.
punya rencana.
Actually, that
Tapi
sounds
nggak
about
tahu
right.
Okay, the itinerary seems pretty packed, so
Aku
let's take a look
ketinggalan
at the first
banyak,
item.
bingung dari mana mulainya.
Oh,
Yang baru aja.
looks like Ray called it. Wow. Yeah. There is nothing more
watch
important to
the
Farina
trial
than attending
unfold.
trials at the
Hit
Opera House.
to the
But
opera.
this trial is a
Oke,
little
ini
different
Archon
from the
Quest
usual.
chapter.
Ooh,
ya?
interesting.
I know. I keep looking at the water
Masquerade
rushing in. I'm like, what's
of the
happening?
guilty.
Yes, it looks like there's some
Mhm.
spotlights.
My
and, like, it's
ideals
like
have no
curtain.
stain. I must correct you. People here
Seems
bear
like,
no sins in the
Maybe also
eyes of the
Novelet is
god.
keeping an eye on
Only
things
laws
from
and
behind
the
the scenes,
tribunal
maybe?
can
Very
judge
serious.
He's
someone.
always keeping an eye on stuff,
They
and
can
always
judge
just a little
even
bit
me.
disappointed.
Surprise. Wih. Ini kata-kata Furina sih. Terus ini apa
Okay, in
maksudnya?
version 4.2,
Ada
travelers will get to
kristal
experience Act 5 of the Fontaine
amber
Archon Quest,
hydro.
Masquerade of the Guilty. We'll
Nanti
team up
ada
with
sidang, iya,
Fontainean
ada
friends
sidang
to
lagi.
delve deeper into
Anak
the
tiri kan
hurricane
GI,
of
jadi
events
live
and
langsung
face the
HS.
impending destruction foretold by the prophecy.
Jadi live langsung di HS.
Travelers will gradually
Furina
unveil
kayak
new
Fenty
facts
sebenarnya
behind this
kuat, cuma
crisis
nggak. Iya
and
betul.
encounter an evil that has
Aku
been lurking
percaya
in the
Furina
swirling depths.
kuat guys. Furina fase
I
1 sih.
know.
Udah
I
ketahuan.
know.
Assalamualaikum halo kan ya, finally.
Spoopy.
Akhirnya GI streaming. Iya,
Right.
setelah
So,
penantian
the
1 minggu.
prophecy in Fontaine is on the brink of coming true. And this is possibly
Jadi
the greatest
ini masih
crisis we
ini ya,
faced in
masih
our journey
menjelaskan
through to that.
garis besarnya
Definitely. In
Arkon
version
Quest.
4.1, we
Yang mana
learned
kalian
about this
pertama tadi
precarious
bisa lihat
situation involving the rising
di
primordial
trailernya
seawater.
Arkon Quest tadi
Neverlet
ada
barely arrived in time to hold back the
fonten
seawater
udah
from engulfing the
tergenangnya
fortress of
guys ya.
Meripede, but
Itu
still,
aku
the
nggak
water
tahu
has
air
reached Poisson.
primordial atau air
Luckily,
biasa. Tapi
the crisis was
Navia ini
averted by
nih
Navia's
jatuh
leadership of the
ke
Spina de
air
Rosula.
primordial
Though
guys.
we probably can't
Soalnya
dismiss the
bawahnya tuh
assistance
airnya tuh
provided by
warnanya
the maid
beda.
either.
Aku nggak
Whatever
tahu
her end goal
kelanjutannya
may be,
gimana.
it seems like she sincerely wants to
Apalagi
save
nggak
Fontaine
bisa
from the
langsung
prophecy.
update.
But
HSR
there's only
tadi
so much
redeem
that we
kodem
can
yang
say.
mana ya kak?
Travelers will have to go
Oh,
and
cek di
play through the version
Discord,
themselves
di
to
server
discover the
Discord
clues,
udah
adventures,
aku
and
ganti pin
stories to
komennya.
come. Yes, exactly.
Wah,
So
thank you,
be sure to play
Bang Fajar.
through, uncover hidden truths, and
itu
witness
gak
this
ada
epic chapter of
spasinya ya
Fontaine's
Allah.
history for yourself when Act 5
Tadi
of the
lawan
Archon
Paus
Quest
tetep
becomes
aja
available.
New Village.
Sounds good.
Iya.
Right?
Hey,
kebal kan?
question. Have we forgotten a pretty important character who's been missing from the Fortress of Meripede?
Oh, yeah.
Ada
You
sensei,
mean
iya ada
Child.
gurunya Child.
Yeah.
Where's Child?
We searched all over the fortress for him. Yup. I guess we'll just have to live with the suspense for a
Lama
little
guys
longer.
nunggu
Not
tanggal
ideal,
8
but it's
tuh, ya
fine.
ampun.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But we saw Child appear at the end of the last version's Archon Quest.
Nah, kan
so it
katanya
probably
si
won't
Child
be
itu
long
bakal
until we see
muncul
him again.
di bagian
Okay.
But we
Quest
really need to
Archon
talk about
chapter
Farina.
chapter
She's
45.
confronted with a because she's confronted with a crisis
Kode apa
that's
cok
tough for
panjang
even
banget?
one of
Yang
the
mana?
great elemental dragons. Of course, Fontaine
Oh,
will have the travelers
Yang di pin
help,
komen
but
itu
what
tuh
choices will our
kode
Hydro Archon make in the face of the
Genshin.
crisis?
Kalau yang disalin moderatorku itu
well,
kode game sebelah
Just like
Honkai
the
Star Rail.
prophecy itself, all will be revealed at the fated time. But knowing Farina, perhaps
HSR
she'll have
sebenarnya
made
mau ngambil
some
Primo bansosnya aja sih, gak
Hmm.
se-extended itu
Once
soal
again,
Farina ini mau
disappointed.
nunggu begitu kan
No
Miracle.
way.
Come on, guys. Have some
Streamingnya
faith.
bareng HSR, siapa sangka ini yang
Okay,
apa
to
streamingnya
bolster
diundur
everyone's
nyatanya lagi
confidence
siapin
in Farina,
2 streaming.
let's learn a little more
Enggak,
about
diundurnya
this one of
bukan
a kind
masalah ini sih
Archon.
sebenarnya.
Why are you just standing there with your mouth gaping?
Nah, tentu aja ada Furina
You
guys
must
di
be
4.2
stunned
ini,
and
aku
at a loss
nungguin
for
banget
words.
sih. Ada cek
Understandable.
kode redeem
It
di
is I,
DC.
after all. Fontaine's
mungkin nanti
most
share
beloved
kode
star,
di DC.
Farina.
Kalau emang itu
I'm
air
on a
primordial
very
berarti
tight
rakyat
schedule.
konten
So
larut
you're
dong kak.
lucky to even get an appointment with me.
Enggak, yang ini yang
Oh my gosh, I
si
love her
Navia tadi loh yang
outfit.
jatuh.
Yes.
Soalnya
Oh,
warna
and her
airnya
eyes,
beda.
like,
Tapi
each of them
kayaknya
are
kalau yang
different.
di
She's got
fonten
little
tadi tuh
eyelashes.
bukan
Yes.
air
You
primordial,
know,
it's
you'd
soalnya
expect
kayak
for
air
a
laut
Hydro
gitu.
Archon that she'd have the
Nunggu 3
best
kode aja
drip.
dulu.
Oh,
Arkonku masih satu versi.
Okay, you know what?
Jadi ini
Seems as if
Furina,
she's always dressed like
voice
she's about to attend the
aktrisnya
performance. You know what I
Minase
mean? Yes.
Inori.
That's
Aku nggak
Fontaine's
kenal.
biggest celebrity for you.
Dan splash
And
artnya yang resmi
speaking of
akhirnya
drip,
kayak gini
let's
guys.
take a look at her combat abilities.
Kalian excited kah nunggu Furina? AFK bang, makan dulu. Iya, selamat makan. Oke, ini trailer karakter Furina ya guys ya.
People would adore me so much.
Kenapa orang-orang begitu menyayangiku? Katanya. Ya ampun, attack-nya kayak Dory.
Strike a pose. Let the world come alive.
Let the road tonight. Ya Allah, aku pengen denger
Wow, that
asli
is so
Japannya
cool.
sih.
Oh my
Aku
gosh,
kembali,
oh my
welcome
gosh.
Kanazaru.
I like the way
Udah nyiapin
she kind of
18
like
buat mualangin
bows.
Arkon SMP
Very
Bruna
dramatic.
bareng si
Yes.
weaponnya, moga aja win-win.
It's like all of her
Amin.
moves are part of
Iya
a
kak, soalnya
performance.
player baru juga kan
Also,
jadi kayak
look at her elemental
cara
burst.
per B5
Her presence
pertama yang
really
harus pulang
fills
itu
the
Raiden.
stage.
Betul.
Everyone else is just an
Lebih
extra.
enak Raiden.
Wait,
Ya susah
so
sih nyarinya
the
juga
creatures
ininya
that
yang
Farina
bahan
summons,
up-nya.
they look a
Yang di
lot
fonten
like the
itu kayak
Fontaine
air
labyrinths that we've
kali
encountered before.
di
There's a
Ciliwung
seahorse, a crab,
keruh ya
an
Allah.
octopus, and they are
Mulus-mulus
all
banget live
so
ini.
cute.
Yep.
Cantik banget Arkon tengil. Iya.
Oh my gosh, no, the octopus is even wearing a
Cantik
hat.
banget. Iya
What
makanya
a
Furina tadi
distinguished little
bilang
gentleman.
kenapa orang-orang begitu
Correction here, Sarah. They're a bit
menyayangiku gitu
different
katanya.
from
Ya
Fontaine
ampun tengil
Aberrants. I
banget.
would know.
Arkon
To my
paling
knowledge, these
tengil.
creatures are Farina's quote
Dari
honored
Hydro
guests.
ngalangin bang.
They
New
even
Village
help manage her
escape-nya.
daily affairs.
Ah,
Yes.
bang aku di mana
Exactly.
bang?
So, Farina often invites guests to her tea
Yaudah, aku naik ke
party,
atas aja,
which
Bang.
is known as the Salon Solitaire. And those creatures are
di situ.
actually special guests of the salon
Bisa
solitaire.
dibilang excited sih soalnya Arkon
she
itu
even
salah
gave
satu
each
char
member
wajib
a
di poll.
name.
Sama ini aku suka.
Oh my
sama-
gosh,
ma-
yes. So
se-
you've got
Aku
the
sama
maid,
sekali belum punya char
Mademoiselle
B5 Hydro.
Crabaletta.
Wah, boleh.
They're the
Tapi
best.
Furina yang
Crab,
jatuhnya
the one
kayak
that's a
buffer
crab, I
gak
do,
sih?
Absolutely.
Ngebuff
Okay,
gitu.
yes. And then you've got the housekeeper.
Dari aku
Sir
lihat kitnya
Intendant
Furina ini
Chevron.
kayak jatuhnya
Ah,
tuh
there it is.
bukan ngedemek.
And the
Dia tuh kayak
conferencier,
ngasih
gentilhomme usher.
buff.
Oh.
Makanya
And that last
kalau
one
ngebuild
is a
Furina,
stickler for propriety.
IR yang paling
Oh,
diincar.
okay. So when
IR
Farina
habis
said
itu crit.
to make an appointment with Sir Intendant Chevron Moran, this is who
Tapi
she was
itu
referring
beda
to?
lagi ya guys ya.
Yes.
Kalau kalian
Oh
mau
my
build
God.
beda, bebas.
I didn't know it was so cute.
Ini idolnya.
Exactly. Farina even makes him spew bubbles in her
Ya
idol
ampun.
animation.
Oh my gosh, that's
Lucu
adorable.
banget, sumpah.
Okay, I'm sure everyone is just itching to know more about the skills
Udah gak
shown in
apa-apa di
that
situ
clip.
nanti
So,
ternyata yang
Amber,
jadi
why don't
kameramen
you take it away? Tell us everything.
Char itu
Yes,
Carlot.
you got it. Yay!
Buffer
So,
and
Farina
healing.
is a hydro
Oke,
sword
ini,
user.
Farina
Mhm.
merupakan Hydro
She
Sword
usually defaults
user,
to an Usia
pengguna
Arca alignment
Hydro
in combat.
pedang
When
ya.
in this state,
Ini
her
basic
elemental
attack-nya.
skill invites the three
Nah ini
members
skill
of the
E-nya,
salon
jadi dia kayak
solitaire,
ngesummon
Mademoiselle Crabaletta, Sir
pet
Intendant
Hydro
Chevron,
gitu.
and
Jadi
gentilhomme
yang
usher to the stage.
nyerang tuh
I love
pet-petnya
it.
dia.
It's so cute. And you know these salon members
Sangat
will
cute.
attack
Kayak Bennett
nearby
gak sih si
opponents,
tenggelinnya?
prioritizing the
Kayaknya
target
kayak
of the
Bennett.
active
Arkon
character.
tengil, Bang nanti minta
Their
material
damage
Furinanya.
increases the more
Furina buffer
characters
apa
that are in
dibiasa?
the party over a
Kayaknya jatuhnya
certain
tuh ke buffer.
HP amount.
Okay, I was listening
Kan
to all
kebanyakan
that,
kalau
but at the
Arkon
very
nih
top,
guys,
you said
itu
that
tuh
she usually
incar C2
defaults to
ya,
an Usia
biar bisa
Arca
optimal
alignment.
kayak si
So
Naida,
she has more than
Raiden.
one alignment?
Ini
Yes,
tuh kayak kemarin
exactly.
tuh
Farina's charged
katanya kalau
attack not
misalkan
only
mau
deals
OP, mau
physical
bagus,
damage, but
sekalian
also
C6
allows
gitu
her to
katanya.
switch between Usia and Numa
mahal
Arca
banget.
alignments. Wow.
Katanya kalau C2-nya tuh
Based on what we just saw,
nanggung
it
gitu.
seems like her Arca alignment has an
Aku
effect on
lihat
her other
komentar
skills
orang
as well.
doang sih ya guys ya.
Sure
Kalian
does.
coba aja sendiri.
Farina's elemental
Nah
skill
dia
changes
juga
depending
ngasih
on whether she's
heal
aligned
kalau
with Usia
dia
or Numa.
pindah
It's
ke
super cool.
bagian
After
Numa.
Farina uses her
Jadi ada
charged
dua
attack to switch
skill
to a Numa Arca
dalam
alignment, her elemental skill
karakter
summons
Furina
the
ini.
singer of
Yang satunya
many
itu
waters
Pneuma, yang
to
satunya
provide
itu
healing to
Osia.
nearby
Jadi kalau
party
misalkan
members.
Osia itu tandanya
Nice.
ada 3
The summons created by
pet yang
Farina's
kesummon.
elemental skill
Nah
will
seperti
remain
ini
on the field
Osia.
for a period
Tapi kalau
of time
misalkan
even after
Pneuma, nah
Farina is
satu pet
switched out.
ini doang.
Farina's elemental
Jadi Pneuma
burst
itu
deals
nge-heal.
damage to surrounding opponents. And when the party member's HP
Nah, kalau ulti-
increases or decreases, Farina will accumulate fanfare points. That's my trumpet. Amazing.
Oh, jadi
Farina
dia kayak
increases the damage
ini ya,
and the incoming healing
ultinya
bonus
tuh
of
nge-buff
nearby
betul
party
sih.
members based on the amount of fanfare she has.
Videonya nanti gak bisa
Wow,
ikut
it seems like
nih,
this
jadi
fighting
mending channel
style really
sekalian,
suits
bener sih.
Farina's character. It's
Nah
very
kan
showy
Miller pas
and
basic attack tadi,
unpredictable.
iya jangan kan channel
Totally.
lagi
I
belum
can
tentu
already
dapet
see the
aku.
fluctuations in my
Iya
team's
kan mahal
HP
banget
bar.
Rika itu
That
lihat
healing
live-nya
skill
di mana.
might come in handy.
Di-
Yeah, for real. And due to her
Di-
knowledge of deep water aberrants, Farina's
Di
passive
mana
talent
ini?
can decrease the cooldown on abilities gained
Stitch.
from the xenochromatic Fontamer aberrants.
Wow, you can say that again.
Lupa aku.
Yeah, and that'll
Di
make it
Twitch,
even
di Twitch,
easier
di
to
Twitch.
uncover the secrets
Di Twitch.
lurking in the depths.
Bisa pakai
Always
sakti,
the
kayaknya
secret
bisa pakai paku aja sih. Atau
and I
weapon
almost
mancing
forgot.
yang ada di
Whenever
ini
one of
di
Farina's summons
konten
is on the field,
pipa itu loh.
Farina gains the ability to walk
Nah kalau
on water.
kalian
Oh my
nyalain
gosh,
skill
that is
E-nya,
so
jadi dia
cool.
tuh bisa
Hey,
jalan
I
di
actually
atas
saw that
air.
Farina's
Jadi kalau
outfit
misalkan mau
changes whenever
nyelam,
she switches between Arca
pas di atas
alignments.
air itu tinggal
Yeah.
swap karakter
Good
aja
eye.
guys.
You're correct. It does
Twitch,
change.
download aja
But, you
Twitch
know,
bang.
such is the
Iya
charm of a
Twitch.
celebrity, I suppose.
Di sana dia
yes,
live
so
betul.
if you want to learn more
Nah
about
habis itu
Farina,
ada
then
new
be sure
story
to
quest.
accompany her on
Animula
her story
Shoragi
quest,
Captor.
the Animula Kuraji chapter. Amazing!
Sengaja
Okay,
mancing
so next
sudah
up we
R5
have
dari
another old
Furina.
friend to
Mantap
introduce.
kalahin.
She's now able to join the
Nonton di
traveler's
Twitch,
party with her
di
trusty
Twitter,
companion,
di Twitch,
Monsieur Verite.
di Twitter
That's
gak ada.
right,
Twitter.
it's Charlotte! Yay!
Nah habis itu ini ada karakter
So
baru
cute.
juga namanya
We've
Charlotte
known
ya.
Charlotte for a
Nih
while
Charlotte
now. The traveler
pastinya
met her during
B4
the Summoner
ada
Summit
di banner
event, which took
Furina
them on an
guys.
adventure all over
Kayaknya
Tibet.
kalau
Yes,
misalkan
that's right.
main Charlotte
Charlotte's
sama
hard-hitting spirit and
Furina
determination to
nge-freeze
uncover the
gitu bagus
truth
gak ya? Tapi
really
nggak tahu
leave
sih.
an impression, don't they? right?
Yeah.
That's right. During our journey in Fontaine,
Dia
didn't she treat
katalis,
the
guys.
traveler to a
Katalis
magnificent
Karayo.
meal in order to get a scoop about
Jadi kayak
Ridesley?
si Urete
Though
Slay
she
juga,
didn't end up getting
tapi
the interview that she wanted in the end.
mekaniknya beda.
But I don't think that will deter her. She'll
Talent
always be
Furina
in
apa
search
Kak?
of the truth.
Talent
The
Furina.
world is her treasure
Belum tahu
chest,
nih.
and only her camera can determine its
Bang, kok menurut
contents and
aku
the
suara
truths
live
they
Genshin-nya
contain.
kekencangan.
Speaking of her camera, Monsieur Verite just so happens to be her greatest
gimana?
assistant and companion.
Ini belum ada
They're
weapon
friends.
mancing kah? Belum,
Charlotte's
aku
talent
belum
for
mancing.
photography is
Mungkin
truly
banyak
a
yang
marvel.
bilang
No
cocok
matter the
juga.
subject of
Iya,
setting, her photos somehow
banyak yang bilang
always
cocok.
capture an
Wartawan biru
unparalleled sense of
weaponnya
artistry.
kamera
The
kayaknya.
peerless Monsieur Verite turns her photos
Ini
into
katalis nih.
eye-catching mementos. In fact, many Fontanians even cut the prints out of the newspaper and keep them as
Jadi
clippings.
dia tuh kayak
That's so
wartawan.
cool. And Monsieur Verite is so cute, even has his own little hat and tie.
I know.
Hari Selasa
Charlotte
talentnya.
actually commissioned both of those
Oh.
items from
Oh iya,
Chiori.
Justice
She
ya. Aku
even
lupa.
commissioned Monsieur
Thank you,
Verite's
Auntie.
accessories
Kalau
in
benar
several different
make yang
styles to match
Justice.
different
Iya,
interview
Justice
settings.
ya.
Isn't that cute?
Wow,
Thank you.
that is pretty thoughtful. I suppose that just shows how much Charlotte cherishes her own Monsieur Verite.
Yes, it really does. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Charlotte's character showcase, shall we?
Ooh,
Ooh,
let's
yeah.
do
Nah,
it.
ini
If you keep your eyes peeled and your
trailernya.
mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
attack-nya pakai kamera, guys. Itu skill E. Oh, dia Prima ya. Ini char attack.
News!
Ini ulti.
Whoa.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
really like moving around.
Yes!
Bahkan weaponnya
Honestly,
kamera.
it's just what you'd expect of a
Iya.
reporter for the Steambird. Even her combat skills involve taking photos. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and
makes
then like
sense.
what a lively character. Her combat moves,
Kalian
like I was saying,
incar
she's moving
Charlotte,
around.
guys?
They're super
Aku sih
dynamic.
sedapatnya
It
aja.
seems like she's
Soalnya aku nggak
always on the
begitu
move.
terlalu
Who's on the
incar
march?
Charlotte.
Exactly.
Tapi kalau dapet ya gak
Charlotte
apa-apa.
is an expert at applying the skills and talents that she's developed as a reporter to other areas of her life, and that includes combat. With her trusty
Jadi dia
companion,
kayak
Monsieur Verite,
nge-apply
she
ward
captures
gitu
enemies
ya,
from
kayak
all
Nahida.
angles, unleashing attacks while discovering and exposing their weaknesses.
Yes.
Honestly, I would expect nothing less from one of Fontaine's most famous reporters. Who knew cameras could do that, though? I didn't know you could use them as a weapon. The
Same.
more you know, I guess.
Oh, jadi
Okay,
kalau
here's some cool
dia
stuff.
nge-CA
Charlotte's
ya,
elemental skill
itu
applies
dia,
snappy silhouette to opponents caught within the viewfinder of her camera.
nge-apply
During this effect's duration, marked opponents will
focus
intermittently
impression.
take damage.
Impression tuh
Holding Charlotte's
Nah, kayak
elemental
gitu, guys.
skill strengthens these effects and
Apa tuh,
applies
kayak
focused
ward ya, tanda
impression to
gitu ya?
opponents instead. Now, her elemental burst creates a news flash field that continuously restores HP to party members within its range. Monsieur
Konten
Verite,
metakatalis,
he's also going to
kamera
join in and
pendiri weapon.
intermittently attack
Baca
opponents during the
Charlotte
duration of
sampai
the
dapat
ability.
Furina bonus,
As an
mantap.
experienced reporter,
Kayak Nahida,
Charlotte is
iya.
an expert
Yes,
at
Nahida
adapting her
Cryo,
methods to match
definisi
the
di
needs of
foto
her
sampai
target.
mati.
When paired with Fontaine
Kocak, tapi
characters,
asik
Charlotte
gitu
receives a
kayaknya,
healing
iya.
bonus. When paired with non-Fontaine characters,
Jadi
she
kalau
receives
misalkan
a
kalian
cryo
mau
damage bonus.
ngasih ward ke
Now that
musuhnya,
is not all.
tuh
There
kayak
is
di
more.
hold gitu.
During the
Biasa
4.2 special event,
Ya nggak sih?
travelers can complete a quest to receive a special gadget called the zoom lens. When Charlotte activates the zoom lens, it will trigger her
Oh,
passive
jadi
talent called
talentnya si
first-person
ini Charlotte
shutter.
kalau
Oh my gosh.
moto
When you
tuh dia
hold her
bisa
elemental skill,
ngezoom
the
jauh
gadget will
banget.
cause you to enter photo mode instead.
That is so cool.
Iya, aku
That
FK
is
dulu, iya.
super rad.
Definisi
And
foto
you know,
Yasin.
I have a feeling some
Aku Raiden
super
tinggal
cool
angle
pictures
pingnya,
are gonna
mantap
come out of
dong.
that.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Andi.
going to provide more
Oh,
information
GG
about the zoom
Charlotte.
lens and how to use it during
Gameplaynya
the
beda,
event
iya
overview
gak skip
portion.
semua karena di konten tetap Raiden. Harus
Farina
digacha
and
perdana bagi
Charlotte
saya
will
player
both
baru.
be featured in version
Wah, mantap.
4.2
Ini
event
fase 1 guys.
wishes.
Bempernya
In the first
tentu
half
saja
of
ada di
version
Furina.
4.2, we'll have event wishes showcasing Farina
Karakter
and Baiju.
Yang
During this
ikut
time,
fase 1 sama
Charlotte will
Furina itu
also
ada
receive
Baizu
a
ya.
huge drop rate boost.
Guys,
Boost.
Furina ini nih kuat gak
Huge
sih?
boost.
Apply
A new
hydronya.
5-star sword, Splendor of
Nah ini
Tranquil
juga
Waters,
weapon baru
will be
signaturnya
featured in the
si
weapon event
Furina,
banner.
Splendor of Tranquil
Sword.
Waters. Banner
And
weapon
in
scam.
the second half of version 4.2,
Nah ini fase 2
we'll have
ada
reruns for
Saino sama
and
Ayato. Ada
Okay,
Baizu.
let's take a look at what other
Ayo,
information we
ayo
can learn
bang,
from
gacha
Furina's
bang.
itinerary.
Belum tahu kuat atau
It
enggak
looks
Furina.
like she's
Ya kan ya?
investigating something.
Waduh, mau
there's
gacha
even a report
weaponnya
attached.
takut dapat
Tell
dona
us what it
hijau.
Okay, I will.
Waduh,
It
rirannya.
says,
Anjir, ada
strange
ya Tona
rumblings
ini
have
baru
been heard
gacha.
in the depths of
All the
Fontaine's
foreign.
waters.
Oh, ini bos
Dun,
weekly.
dun. Oh, it's here already?
Jadi gini tampilannya.
Wow.
Waduh.
Well. It looks like it's in a sea of pink and blue stars. That's so pretty.
Oh, I remember this well. I recognize this well.
Wait, yeah. Isn't
Ih, bagus
this
banget.
the whale that the traveler saw in Child's vision at the end of
Nih,
the
gurunya
version
Cilde
4.1
ya?
Archon quest?
Yep, it's the same one. After ravaging its way through the primordial sea, this otherworldly creature has at long last broken the seal and descended upon Fontaine.
Jadi pokoknya
Ooh,
kalian kerjain aja dulu
it's
quest
real
Archonnya baru
big.
kebuka ini.
It feels like it might even burst right through the screen.
Oh, I hope not. I get this feeling that this isn't the type of opponent that we can just brute force our way through, you know?
Ya ampun, berapakah
In the
damage-nya
first
ini?
phase, it will use its gigantic size to target the traveler with massive AoE attacks from all
Taruh
directions.
di luar ekspektasi
Dodging
ya,
is
udah gak
definitely
hijau.
your friend with this
Waduh,
one.
bingung
Oh,
Furina.
boy.
Tapi ada channel.
Okay.
Kopas animasi,
So there
wah,
also seems
laptopku
to
masih
be
kuat gaya
sort
buat
of
main.
a progress
Amin.
bar next to the
Scary
boss's
playable kah?
HP
Nah,
bar.
gak tahu.
What's that
Cuma
for?
Furina doang,
Okay,
waduh pengen
Since we
semuanya.
can't
Gak,
outfight it,
tetap
we'll have
Raiden
to
di
outsmart it instead.
tetap
The
di
creature just freed
Raiden.
itself from
Tenangkan
captivity and is
dirimu,
brimming with
hatiku
anger.
mantapkan menunggu
So, if
Raiden.
you can find a way to capitalize on that anger,
Oh, jadi kalau misalkan
perhaps you'll
dia
also
ngeluarin
find its weaknesses.
bola-bola itu tuh kalian pecahin aja
Oh,
sama
okay.
pakai pneumosi ya.
Wait, is somebody being eaten? Is it
Uh-oh.
even possible to survive something like that?
Oh, jadi kita
I guess
mesti
here it is.
dimakan sama dia.
This is an entirely different space, it looks
mesti
like.
dimakan
And
sama
there's a new
dia.
enemy here with a
Jadi setelah
massive
kita ngancurin
sword.
bolanya tadi menggunakan
Oh,
pneumasia,
these summoned creatures also look very familiar to me.
Osia
I
atau
wonder what
pneuma,
the deal
itu
is with all of this.
nanti kita bakal masuk ke dalam
Perhaps
sini
defeating
guys.
this mysterious
Jadi kita
enemy
kalahkan
within
nih
this
musuh.
space will be the key to defeating the whale. Travelers will need to experiment for themselves.
Ooh, yeah.
Ini
All
kalau
truths
kalian
will
mau
be
ngerjain weekly
revealed
ini, kalian mesti
in
bawa
version
karakter
4.2.
antara pneuma
Well
atau
said.
Osia ya guys ya.
Oh man,
Pokoknya
this boss
karakter
looks
Fontaine.
really tough.
Wajib banget nih.
What
Soalnya
happens if
weekly-nya
we,
tuh
for
butuh
some reason,
banget
can't defeat it?
kayak
Ooh.
Okay, this
Pakai
update
elemen
actually
itu tuh.
helps with that problem. Starting from 4.2, an option will appear on the challenge failed screen to lower the difficulty of the
Oh, jadi
boss
kalau
if
misalkan
travelers are
kalian
struggling to
meningsoy,
defeat them
itu
during the
kalian
main
bisa
quest.
turunkan
Hopefully,
tingkat
this provides
kesulitannya
a
ya guys ya.
smoother gaming experience for travelers to
Akun dev
enjoy.
dapat achievement cuy.
I
Kalau
love that.
Furina
Now
aku
we don't
bareng
need to
sama
worry about
Kokomi
getting
cocok
stuck
gak?
while trying to
Apa
advance
tim
the main
abah Kak Andi?
story.
Totally.
Katanya udah bisa lawan
Hey,
weekly
that
tanpa
was a lot of
kelar.
information,
Iya kah
wasn't it?
kalian?
Can we
Tiga
take
masuk
a
kah
short
ini?
little break
Weekly
while we have a
bosnya?
look at the second
Nah,
redemption
aku nggak
code,
tahu.
maybe?
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
let's do it.
Tapi kayaknya ada fasenya juga sih. Oke, redeem code moderator. Boleh langsung dipin. Wow, gercep. Ngeri amat Gian Speed God. Tuh guys, kalian bisa cek di pin komen.
Hello, travelers. Welcome back to the version 4.2 special program.
Hello.
Hello. Yay! So, we've
Ngecit aku
introduced
bang
new
main
characters,
Favorize,
new plot lines,
tapi
and a new
double
boss.
hydro.
But I hope you're
main
still eager for
Favorize
new
ya?
content, travelers, because
Aku
there's
gak
still
jamin
more
ya
to come.
Furina ini
Let's take a
ngasih
look at what other information we can learn from Furina's
player
itinerary.
hydronya tuh kuat.
Okay.
Coba nanti aku
Aside
coba.
from investigating
Soalnya
crises,
isunya tuh dia
seems
gak
like our
terlalu
Hydro
kuat
Archon
ngasih
also goes on
apply
occasional
hydronya
excursions
guys.
throughout Fontaine.
Isunya ya, aku nggak tahu
Who knew
nanti.
she did all this work behind the scenes?
I certainly didn't.
Well, you know, maybe she's just using
Kalau
it as an
ada
excuse
channel
to scout out
YouTubeku
a place
sendiri
for
aku
one of
jadikan
her tea
Kania jadi
parties.
moderator.
Furina
Wow.
and excuses.
Oh ini ada area baru. Ayo Bang
Hey, it seems
Shina
like the
bikin
places Farina
YouTube.
has chosen to visit this time
Channel
feature some
YouTube.
peculiar landscapes.
Oh,
jadi
yeah.
ini
It looks like
map
Farina
baru
is in
guys.
Arania's forest on the
Letaknya
east
itu
side of
tuh di
Fontaine.
sebelah
And
kanan.
that's right behind the opera house.
Apa ya?
What
Court
a
of
cool
Fontaine ya?
place.
Bukan yang di bawah
Although,
itu loh. Aku
It
lupa
does kind of look like you could be
namanya.
hiding some
Kalau nggak salah ya.
Definitely wouldn't be
Itu
a video game
aku
if there weren't
penasaran
secrets.
sama
Things are
pohon-pohon yang
definitely
layu.
not what
Apakah
they
mesti
seem. For
dihijaukan
example,
kembali
strange
menggunakan
things have been happening with the water veins
quest?
around Loch Urania. As you can
Ini
see,
juga
a
apakah
strong
juga
windstorm
perlu
has gathered around the vortex rising
dinormalkan
from the middle of the
menggunakan
lake.
quest?
It's almost like it's preventing certain things from getting closer and forcibly pushing other things away.
Oh
And
jadi
take
itu
a look at this, the foggy forest path.
That
kalian
fog
nggak
is
bisa
really
langsung
thick.
masuk ke sana ya guys
That's
ya.
why they call it the
Soalnya
foggy forest
ada
path.
dorongan
What
yang
about
kuat
this area?
yang bakal
The weeping
mendorong
willow of the
kalian
lake.
untuk
Ooh, it looks
keluar dari
all
area itu.
withered and
Soalnya ada
the
tekanannya
water
di situ
doesn't look
guys.
quite right. Like it's cloudy or something. Do you see that?
Rawa kayak ini.
Exactly. It seems
Waduh.
like Farina also realized something was off. It looks like she headed underwater to investigate, and what did she find? A number of
Ih bagus
contaminated
banget Furina
bacterial
karakternya.
mats.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of, there are always new things to discover beneath Fontaine's waters.
Oke,
In this update,
ini
we'll
ada
encounter a new
puzzle
type of
baru.
Fontamer aberrant, the xenochromatic ball octopus.
Nice dapat lagi
Travelers
tunggu
can
abang
borrow
Raiden.
its abilities
Kamu
to cleanse
pasti
away the contamination
kembali dari
clots and
hasil
contamination
menabung
pores from the
bansos-bansos
bacterial
ini.
mats.
Mantap.
Pretty
Itu
cool.
tower tempat
In
tinggalnya
addition,
Marian
with the help of a special device,
kalau gak
travelers
salah,
will be able to use
aku
this creature's
usahakan
abilities
mantap
on the
info kode
surface as well.
Inforiran.
They may be the key to solving
Baizu,
certain
Ayato,
puzzles or perhaps even powering certain
Chino.
objects. But we'll
Dan
leave that
abis
for you
gitu.
to
Ini
decide.
kalau Mimin
To
bisanya
learn more
redeem
about
di
the
mana
story
ya
behind
kak?
the new
Aku aja yang
Aranias
redeemin.
Forest region, be sure to check out
Yes,
the
map
version
baru, chest
4.2
baru,
world quest
siap-siap
called
explore
The
lagi.
Wild
Mantap.
Fairy of Aranias.
Di aku
I'll
gak
give
ada
you a hint.
towernya. Untung
Melusines are
puzzle Fontaine gak
involved.
susah. Susah iya.
Really? Oh, then
Kalau
it would
ada
certainly be a
mau
world quest
ada
that you won't
towernya
want
itu
to
tuh
skip.
dikelarin aja dulu gak
To the
sih?
south of Aranias Forest, you'll find the Mort region.
Quest
There,
soalnya
a
aku ada
singular
loh.
tower
Cuma
stands
gak bisa
tall above an
kesana
island
aja
in the middle
gitu.
of the sea.
Tapi dari
Perhaps
jauh
it's also
kelihatan.
guarding some unspeakable secrets.
Ooh. Actually, it looks
Wow.
like that's the very next
Ih,
stop on
kayak
Farina's
ini.
itinerary. So let's go check it out. Okay,
Dunia
I bet
mermaid.
a bunch of travelers noticed this tower since they've arrived in Fontaine. I'm so excited that we finally get to check it out.
Yes, same. Yeah, in version
Bottomless tower.
4.2, the sealed
Quest apa,
ruined
Kak?
tower is the focus of a quest series called Search
untuk
in the
buka wilayah mungkin?
LGC.
Biar
I
gak ada
know.
tekanan yang tadi itu
After
aku
unlocking 4 seals
lupa.
along its
Apa tuh
perimeter,
tadi air
the
mancur
tower
itu?
and its long
Kita
buried
lihat aja nanti.
secrets will be unveiled to us.
Oh, amazing!
Nah ini ada jalan
Okay, it would feel great
rahasia.
to finally demystify all the
Tapi
secrets
kehalang sama
churning
barrier.
under the seemingly
Ya,
calm
betul.
waters.
Quest
I want
quest yang
answers.
membuka ini,
I
membuka
also we all want
wilayah.
answers. I also heard this quest has something to do with the
Pesan
primordial
untuk player
sea.
mobile siap-siap
It seems
gempuran
like
map
there's a
baru yang
very
menyerang
important
persiapkan
and very
kapasitas
ancient story
peluang
behind it
agar
all.
muat.
That
AFK
is
dulu
very
bang.
right.
Siap
New
bang.
stories are always
Mantap
unfolding in
kami
Fontaine,
Rekel.
whether above water or below. And this is not limited to the 2 new regions in this update. The prophesied earthquake woke up new life
Dan
forms in
ini
other
new
places
boss.
where destinies
Bos ini ya, bos yang ada di World ya.
Destinies! In certain
Hydro
underwater cave, new life form is waking up.
Hydro
It has
Tulpa.
greater and more diverse powers of transformation while in combat. So don't let your guard down, travelers.
Yes. And some places still seem to tell the
Ya
stories
ampun,
of
ini
events long
kayak
past, no matter how long they've been
golem.
abandoned. So in this update,
Hydro
travelers can
golem. Ih.
also look forward to the climax of the Narcissan Croix adventure quest line that was introduced over the last 2 versions.
Oh jadi kita
And
bisa
there
kesana
might
lagi.
even be an unexpected
Wow.
surprise waiting at the end.
What? A surprise!
Kita bisa kesana guys. Aku malah
I
kesana
can't wait
kemarin
to
tuh
see what
pakai
it
bus.
is.
Pasti banyak yang
All right,
berguguran
there's
lagi
a
nih
lot
aku
to discover in the
yakin.
new
Jangan
areas of the
dong.
map.
Semoga
But
kalian tetap
Farina's
banyak
itinerary
yang bisa
doesn't
bermain.
stop there.
Amin.
Oh wait,
Makasih Kak
it
Nia,
looks
hatur
like she's
nuhun.
arranged to spend
Sama-sama.
some time
Bos
with her
material up.
subjects.
Iya, buat Purina itu.
Farina is pretty
Mary Ann.
personable.
Iya,
Who's to
Mary
say?
Ann.
She might even make an appearance at the
Explore
events taking
Fontaine's
place in
LA
Fontaine.
and join in the fun with my dear.
Let's move on to the
She said.
event portion.
Whoop, whoop. All right. The Fontaine Fishing Association has
Oke,
recently
ini
posted a
event.
commission to investigate
Jadi
the
yang mana
rumors of
eventnya
water
kalian
imps
bisa
near
dapat
Aranias Island.
Ooh, another
Terminate ya?
investigation.
I know.
Oh,
Enggak sih, Terminate
and
lagi
Farina
gak sih?
seems to be involved. That little clockwork penguin next to him must be one of his other companions.
Hydroregismennya terima jasa rawat akun seminggu, sebulan,
Actually, its name
setahun.
is Thelxie. The name comes from a Fontanian fairy tale that describes a
Priminat.
terrifying creature that lives underwater.
Iya loh, kemarin udah
Adults would
gratis
use the story
Priminat,
to keep
ini
children
sekarang
away from the
Priminat
shore.
lagi.
As
Iya
the
udah
story
biasa lawan
goes,
weekly boss
children
tanpa
who play
kelarin
by
quest
the
karena
water
syarat
are
minimal layar
food for
40 bisa
Thelxie to
dicek
devour.
buku panduan.
Ooh,
Oh, oke.
Yeah, for
Gratis
real.
Firman.
Well, children
P1
must be
siapa?
pretty afraid of that
P1?
creature.
I know,
Masa
right?
satu?
It does seem a little
Furina
unusual for Fremonade
sama
to give this little penguin a name like
Baizu.
that. There must be some other reason.
Wait,
Jadi ini
hey, does this
eventnya,
event also have
tapi
something to
kayaknya
do with this
nggak langsung
clockwork
muncul
penguin?
event.
Absolutely.
Kayak
In this
kemarin,
event, we'll be helping
kayak
Fremonade make
dibiarin
some
explore
improvements
dulu
to
nggak
this
sih?
little
Aku lupa.
clockwork penguin. There will be a
Satu
total of 3 main stages to
gacha
the event.
gratis.
As for the first stage, we'll repair the penguin by fixing its circuits and reconnecting the motherboard. In return,
Oke,
the
ini
little guy will help us
puzzle juga,
out on our
guys.
journey.
Oh, I
Pretty
love
cool.
that.
Oh ini ya
As our journey
Allah.
progresses, we'll collect
Game
colorful
dulu,
shells,
game
corals, and
jadul
other
ini.
items which can be used
Astaga,
to
pokoknya
outfit our
kalian
little friend with
konek-konekin
weapons
aja
and
jalannya
equipment.
biar si
Which
penguinnya
brings
tuh
us to the
jalan.
second stage of
Bisa
the event,
jalan gitu
using an
sampai ke
echoing conch
tujuannya.
to search underwater and find the items that we need for the penguin.
And what happens if we run into certain speed bumps on our adventure? You know, like
Lah baru
monsters,
kali ini kok
puzzles,
gratis.
and
Oh iya kah?
all
Baru
that
kali
jazz.
ini? Sebelum-sebelumnya
Well,
nggak
it
pernah.
seems like the perfect
Wah, kalau dapet
opportunity for our little
Fremonade
penguin
berarti
buddy
aku
to shine.
ketiga. Mana ada Firman gratis? Aku
In the
lupa
third
berarti.
stage of the event, the
Ya kalau
clockwork
yang
penguin
mobile
will
gak
help us
segera
defeat
pindah ke
monsters lurking around a
PC atau
specific
HP-nya
domain
emang
and
gak
obtain
memungkinkan
any
ada
treasures that they
space
may be guarding.
kosong.
Of course,
Lebih terpaksa
the
gugur
clockwork
kak
penguin will
penambahan
provide
waktu itu
different buffs
kapasitas
in each
juga
battle to
main-main
help
sih. Iya.
travelers emerge victorious.
Semoga kalian tetap bisa ya
Now, as
guys
for
ya.
the story behind
Amin.
these battles, travelers
Waduh,
will
apa
just have
itu
to find
sama
out for
Nilo?
themselves.
Let's see.
Ngeri.
After helping
Oke,
the
ini
penguin,
versi
the next
battle-nya
item
ya,
on the
dari event
itinerary
tadi.
is... Oh, the cute little fungi are back!
Cool.
Hania, a friend we met in Sumeru, has arrived in
Oke,
Fontaine to
ini
promote
ada
Little Fungi's fantastic fiesta.
Jamur lagi guys.
And speaking of fun, guys.
Yang penting yakin,
I
hapus
think
data
I
ya.
recognize
Yang penting
some familiar faces.
yakin. Itu
Go
bisa
ahead,
hapus
it's
data
time to
Archon Quest yang
shine.
terdahulu.
Yay!
Antara
Travelers may notice some
8
differences
giga ya?
in this update's fungi event.
Ukurannya ya yang
Aside
ini
from
ya.
taking place in Fontaine, the gameplay has also been optimized. Previously,
Oke,
we led
ini
the
kayak
little fungi in
game
battle against Mechanici. This
battle,
time,
tapi
we'll
tim
have the
kita itu
opportunity
tuh
to challenge a whole
si-
host of powerful monsters.
Awesome.
kayak dulu gak
Travelers
sih?
will be able to command a variety of fungi,
Jamur-jamur kita
adjusting their
suruh
movement to
serang,
target different
habis
enemies.
itu
And don't
kita
forget to use
atur-atur tim
marvelous
partinya,
gels to instruct
skillnya
the little
gimana,
fungi to unleash
ultinya
powerful
kapan.
skills.
Yeah! Travelers will hopefully
dulu.
enjoy playing with the fungi more than ever.
Yakin aja dulu
Here's
ya kan,
hoping.
patah-patah
We
dikit banget.
actually I have a little
Event
note here to
Pokemon
pass along from our
jamur,
developer
iya,
friends.
betul. Florinde kira-kira kapan?
Well, they hope
Nggak tahu
to make the
aku,
little
Min.
fungi and some other events
Pokemon
permanent
jamur,
so
mana ada
travelers can play
patah-patah
at any
HP spek
time.
gahar
The
gini.
team feels that the current design doesn't adequately sustain
Alhamdulillah.
long-term
Semoga kalian
gameplay.
bisa
So,
ya guys
they're
ya,
going to continue
tetap
iterating,
bermain
optimizing,
di
and
4.2
improving
nanti.
this event while also
Pokemon
working hard to
comeback
develop
cuy.
interesting
Iya,
content
ada
that is relevant
Pokemon
to the
lagi
overall game.
guys.
Thanks, devs.
Thanks!
All right. Okay, let's take a look at what else Farina's itinerary has
Aduh,
in
pengen
store.
semuanya.
Oh, it's
bentar.
the Graph Adversarial Technology Experiment Log.
Oke, ini event juga.
I'm
Jadi ada
more
tadi
than ready
3
to fight
event
some
ya.
adversaries.
Graph
Let me at 'em.
Adversarial Technology.
I wish I could, but
Experiment
it
log.
doesn't actually involve fighting. A researcher
Jadi kita
obsessed with
dapat
graph
gadget special
adversarial technology
analisis
has made great
zoom
contributions to the
lens.
study of counter-criminal
Mungkin itu
image
gadget kayaknya.
recognition. She believes that her research can help her achieve great
Semoga bisa
success.
langsung
But her
next
scholarly
stage pas udah
responsibilities
kelas
make it
1.
difficult
Nah,
for her to collect
mendingan
the
kan.
field samples that she needs.
I'm guessing this is where
Apa
the
tuh?
traveler comes
Next
in.
stage.
Okay, you're not wrong.
Pas kelar
But Pauline's
1.
request is actually pretty reasonable. To receive rewards, simply
Alhamdulillah.
submit photographs of 5 different sample types that match the characteristic that's given on each day.
Sounds simple enough.
Oh,
You
jadi
can
kita
also exchange these
kayak
samples with your friends. You might be able to
ngasih
find
ke
useful
teman.
references for the samples that you need to collect in
Terus
the Adventure
kita
Archive.
kumpulkan
At the end of the
stempelnya.
quest, travelers will receive a special gift from Pauline.
Ooh.
That's right. It's the zoom lens we mentioned during Charlotte's character introduction.
Oh, how fun.
To use it, just
jadi
equip the
kalau
camera and
misalkan
activate
kita
the zoom
udah
lens in your
kelarin
inventory. The zoom lens can be
eventnya,
attached to
jadi
all
kita
cameras
bisa
obtained in the game up to this point. When equipped with other characters, the zoom lens won't be able to be used in combat, but
permanen kah
if you switch
gadgetnya?
to Charlotte and hold your elemental skill, you'll be able to snap pics with zoom lens even while fighting. You can even use
Tapi
it in
gadget
domains.
ini kalau misalkan
Double
kalian
wow.
pakai ya itu
Oh my
kalau
gosh, that's
misalkan
awesome.
kalian
And
lagi
I bet
combat
travelers will be able to capture
tuh kalian
some
bisa
amazing
sambil
moments in
ngevideoin
co-op
guys
mode,
walaupun
too.
karakter
And
kalian
even if
tuh
you miss
lagi
the
dalam
chance
mode
to
combat.
participate in the event, there's no need to worry. Travelers will still be
Kayak
able to
dulu.
obtain the zoom
Oh
lens
dulu
after
mesti
the
keluar
event
dulu
ends.
baru ganti stage. Mantep,
Oh, it seems
Ada
like Farina has
info
also
nggak ada.
learned of the existence
Kalau
of
yang
a
tadi
domain
bisa langsung next.
shrouded
Iya
in
jadi permanen,
mist.
permanen harusnya.
Travelers
Oke,
who
ini ada
master the
Misty
ley line features
Dungeon
and put
Realm
together
of
the
Water.
strongest party
Kemarin kan
will be able
ada
to easily
Misty
beat their opponents.
Dungeon
Now,
ini.
less experienced travelers like
versi
myself don't need to
Najumanya.
worry either. Using
Kalian bakal
trial
dikasih
characters and
trial
taking advantage of the
karakternya
buffs
juga.
brought about by the ley line
Tapi
are
terserah
also
kalau
great
kalian
ways
mau
to
pakai
come out on
karakter
top.
sendiri juga
That's
bisa.
right. And
Seperti
travelers
biasa
who
ini
are more
battle.
confident in their combat skills can choose
Nice
to
kalau
jump
co-op bisa
straight to the
ngerekamin
final
temen. Ingat kameramen
challenge.
pasti selamat.
Also, the ley line
Lalu
overflow event will
ada
return at the
line
end of version
overflow.
4.2. Now might be the
Double line
perfect
lagi,
time to
guys.
start building your parties. Hopefully, you're all excited for the fabulous events that version 4.2 has in store, but there are still more surprises to share.
Yay!
Oh, let's get into them.
Well, before we get into them, let's take a
4.3
quick
harus
break to
ngejar.
have a look at the final
Skin.
redemption code for today. See
Skin
you in a bit.
4.4 atau 4.3. Halo Kak Subahan. Oke, ini kode guys. Boleh moderator. Pasti sih Morax TikTok langsung C6 Furina. Oh, kalau Bang Morax mah semua karakter pasti dia C6-in. Merekam maling. Merekam maling. Kode redeemnya kakak. Mana nih kode redeem? Kode redeem. Maling batu. Astaga, siapa yang maling batu? Oke guys, 3 kode redeem Genshin udah ada ya guys ya. Enak musiknya, iya, enak musiknya. Tahu akun Morax juga kan ya? Iya, tahu. Aku kalau lihat TikTok selalu dia muncul di FYP aku.
Welcome back, travelers!
Suka
Okay, I
nyimak
just took a
aja.
look at Lady Farina's itinerary, and it seems we've actually reached the end.
Oh, udah berakhir
So we've
katanya.
submitted our appointment request
Terakhir
to
ya
Sir
ini,
Intendant
iya.
Cheval
Total
Moran.
ada 3
While we're
doang.
waiting to hear back, let's see
Nggak
what system
600 ya, guys,
optimizations we
ya.
have for the upcoming version. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first up is the quick challenge
Oh,
feature for
jadi
weekly
nanti
bosses.
ada
New
sistem
players
baru.
or players who prefer
Itu
to spend their
kalian
time exploring may have
bisa
yet to unlock
quick
certain
start
weekly bosses.
langsung ke
And it's
boss
difficult to raise new
weekly ya.
characters when you can't
Wih,
access the
mantap
boss
sih.
drops needed to
Bisa
ascend a
langsung
certain
mulai
character.
gitu.
Totally.
Nggak perlu
In version
ngerjain yang
4.2,
kayak si
travelers
Apep
who are at
kemarin.
adventure rank 40 or above will have the option to quick challenge a weekly boss by navigating to the Trounce domain section of the adventure
Langsung
handbook.
nggak tuh?
All weekly
Tanpa
bosses will be available to
teleport.
challenge, except Storm Terror and the Wolf of the North.
Nice. Yeah, now we don't have to wait to
Kurang
advance
ya,
the story
coba
before we can level up a new character's talents and
Morax
skills.
Note, Superman sama
Exactly.
apa ya satu
Also,
lagi yang
we're
rame.
introducing an update to Genius
Siapa
Invocation
ya? Aku
TCG.
lupa.
In version
Ooh.
4.2, 3 new character cards
taunya
and 5 new
Vika.
action cards will be added. There will also be an accelerate
Enggak,
duel
Gata
feature,
Furina
which will
siap-siap
provide a
portnya
smoother
dijajah buat
gaming
bahan
experience. Pretty cool
Iya.
stuff. After the version
Adalah
4.2
benar.
update, deck sharing codes
KOF-nya
will
lumayan
also be
bermanfaat.
available. Use them to show off your
Morax
strongest
sama
deck
Ramu
or
saingan.
take inspiration from other
Biarin aja
travelers.
saingan,
That's
yang
cool.
penting
That's
nggak ada drama
awesome.
lagi.
And, you know,
Sorry,
since
Wiro,
the number of
Baizu,
card combinations
Hayato,
just keeps
Easy Skip.
increasing, the number
Wah,
of
kenapa,
decks a
Min?
player can save has
Kamu
been
keluarin
increased
deh ya,
from
Min.
10 to 20.
Double.
Tapi bisa sampai 600
Double.
nggak sih?
And
Apa-
in addition,
Bisa.
both the maximum number of
Bisa,
starting
bisa.
slots and the number
Bisa
of
kan?
slots unlocked
Bisa.
at each player level upgrade have been
Kalau aku
increased
menang
from
Red of
2
the Banner
to
Furina, aku
4.
skip beberapa
Double
versi
again.
sambil
Double!
nunggu
The
karakter
develop-
Chlorinde
The developers have
sama
also made a number of
Recino.
optimizations to the Genius
Mantap.
Invocation TCG interface.
TCG ngantuk.
Heated
Aku
battle
nggak
mode
pernah main
and the
TCG
Forge
lagi
Realms
guys.
temper
Aku
Endless
nggak
Swarm
pernah lagi
will
nyentuh
also
TCG.
return in version 4.2.
Pasti itu yang nggak gacha minta
And in
bahan.
addition to the updates made to Genius
Hah?
Invocation
Yang nggak gacha
TCG,
minta bahan.
returning travelers will enjoy
Yang
ample
gacha
login rewards
minta bahan
and
tuh yang nggak
exploration
gacha.
guidance
Ini
courtesy
yang
of the
keluar dari
Genshin Impact
party
Project
Arkom.
team.
Siapa
May
Fate
those
kah?
returning to the vat
Nggak
have
tahu
a
sih,
happy
bebas aja sih.
reunion.
Aw, that's
Bismillah,
nice.
Fate
Plus,
100.
a new story key
Cina
privilege has
Furina.
also been added so that returning travelers can enjoy new
Amin.
story quests and
Kan bisa
hangout
10 kali
events.
pull dapat 5.
Amazing.
Infokan yang gak gacha
Red
Furina,
notification
spill,
dots have
you
also
it.
been optimized. Notifications that have
Tuh,
already been
Kak
cleared
Dennis
will
tadi
no
tuh.
longer reappear when logging in
Kira-kira
on a different
praunduhnya
platform.
berapa ya?
Yo.
Quest optimizations will also be available in version
Map baru
4.2.
kayaknya
The first one
8
pertains
gak
to
sih? 6
unlocking
kah?
story quests. Travelers will now get to choose whether to accept a story quest after unlocking it.
Whoa, nice. And hopefully,
TCG
travelers
bikin
won't be overwhelmed by a
bengkak
sudden
SSD.
influx of quests anymore.
Pas keluar map baru ini udah setengah map
The
konten
update
keluar
has also
semua
made
belum gak sih?
notifications about prerequisite quests even
Iya
clearer,
kayaknya,
making
udah
it easier
setengah.
for players to proceed to certain content.
That's awesome.
8 sampai 10-an ini live
Okay,
streamingnya
great.
udah selesai.
Oh,
Iya,
and it
mau
seems like
selesai.
that's all we have for
Habis
the
ini aku
latest
mau
version
lanjut
update.
joki, tapi
I
aku
guess
mau
that means
sholat
it's
isya
time for the
dulu.
4.2 special
Jangan
program to
lupa
come
sholat
to
ya
a
guys ya.
close.
Oh,
I know.
5 sampai 6
well, there's
bisa
so much
sekitar segitu
exciting
sih.
stuff happening, and I know personally, aside from all the
Menunggu
intrigue around
Navia
the
next
story and
versi.
characters,
Mungkin.
I'm personally
Kemungkinan
very
Navia.
jazzed for the Fun Guy events.
Yes, how can you not be? They
Ayo,
keep on
Ox,
adding
spill your
so much
age.
cool stuff to this game. For me, I love the idea of the combat camera. But for me and Monsieur Novelette,
Ada oren,
we are
iya
here
ada
for
oren.
the magazines.
Sholat dulu ya,
Well,
sholat
this
dulu
has been
habis
so much fun with both of
habis
you.
live
I'm
ini
really grateful
sholat
we could all
dulu,
be here
habis itu
today
aku lanjut
together. And
live joki.
honestly, I'm just really glad that we're gonna get to
Akunku
see how
kapan
all
bang di
these
joki
mysteries
explore?
unfold.
Enggak bang,
And
aku nggak
maybe,
open.
I don't know, maybe it'll have a nice ending in 4.2.
Boleh
We'll have
bang,
to
nanti
see.
kabarin you.
But that's it for the version
Itu guys
4.2 special
bagi yang
program.
muslim
Thank you so much,
diingetin.
everybody, and see you all in
Makanya
game.
sholat isya
Bye.
dulu, mana tahu next Furina bakal pulang ke akun kalian. Iya. Oke, udah berakhir ya guys ya. Aku penasaran apakah ada ending rahasia? Ada nggak? Oh nggak ada ending rahasia ya guys ya. Jadi guys, udah selesai ini. Aku mau isya dulu. Jadi sehabis live ini aku mau lanjut joki spiral di live baru. Sehabis isya. Bang, nggak ada gratis 10 kali pull. Nggak ada. Adanya map baru yang lebih banyak lagi. GG, thanks Kak udah nobar. Ya udah, itu jangan lupa ya guys ya, kode redeemnya. Kode redeemnya itu jangan lupa kalian redeem. Soalnya kalau nggak salah itu kode redeemnya berlakunya cuma sampai besok pagi jam 11. Seingat aku di Genshin tidak begitu. ASR bannernya siapa aja nih ya? Huo, Argenti, sama si Silver Wolf. Otsu 10 kali pull cuman HSR. Thank you. Oke guys, aku mau isya dulu, end stream dulu kita. Habis itu aku mulai live lagi buat lanjutin joki spiral badut. See you guys. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum. Jangan lupa sholat ya guys ya bagi yang menjalankan. Bye bye.